What's up, everyone? Am I familiars? No. Konnichiwa, everyone. Am I anime familiars? Back with another reaction live stream. What's up there? What's up there? Beans on my short side. What's up there? Alina on my horizontal side. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Anyways. Okay. Oh, I'm accidentally showing this. I don't mean to show that. Let's react to this.
Zach was an
Wait, what? Warning, the following documentary may contain graphic and disturbing elements. Well, yeah, because you're talking about Angel's death here. Chat, if you can't handle blood, get out. Because there's gonna be blood. This is gonna be Angel's death, and this is not for any wimps.
Zach was an ugly bullet orphan child who was nearly burned
Wait,
to
what?
death. Zach was an ugly bullet orphan.
Why are you saying ugly? Whoa! We're throwing strays off the bat! Why are you saying ugly, bruh? Why are you saying ugly? What? Why are you throwing strays?
Child who was nearly burned to death by his stepdad at a young age and was adopted by abusive cannibals that fed him the bodies of dead children every day. Throughout the years, he was by abusive cannibals that fed him the bodies of dead children every
day. I'm pretty sure that's not remotely true.
Throughout the years, he would get beaten as he buried the bodies of his childhood friends. But when
Okay, I hope. Wait, did this say parody to it? Does this say parody? Link, this is a tragedy to Zach and Rachel, and the difficulty lies they served as the to retell the story. All the events are simply there to retell the difficulty and needed to include. Wait, I'm pretty sure he's like joking here because I'm pretty sure they weren't cannibals. I would have picked up on that. I've seen this anime multiple times. I'm pretty sure I would have picked it up by now, you know?
When he saw the skull of his brother after he was eaten alive, his mind began breaking down. So when he watched a movie that night about a serial killer approaching a couple in the down. When he saw the skull of his brother after he was eaten alive, his mind began breaking down. So when he watched a movie
I'm pretty sure that was not the reason why he did that.
that night about a serial killer approaching a couple in the forest before killing them, his sanity finally snapped, and he realized this was all he needed to do. As his disgusting parents were sleeping, he grabbed a knife from the kitchen while walking towards their room, and stood over his father's body before stabbing him to death. All the years of abuse he endured drove him to kill both of his useless foster.
Remember this, parents. If you don't want to die, treat your kid right. Get lessons with the anime.
Parents, but he couldn't help but smile as he had finally regained his freedom. After leaving his prison, he began walking aimlessly.
He smelled because he's now psychotic.
Until a car splashed him. But when the lady came to apologize, she realized that he was holding a bloody knife and told him that he should hurry back to his house. However, Zach told her that he's never.
I don't think she mentioned him to like go. Like I think she wanted him to leave, but I don't think she mentioned a house.
Had a home. And as the scenes of the movie flashed in his mind, he decided to take her life as well, before going inside of her car to sleep for the night. When the morning arrived, a senile elderly man approached his car.
See now. Wow. Just call him a senior citizen. Why the strays here? He's throwing shade. Is that old guy isn't senile in the anime.
And began knocking on the window, wondering if someone was in there. As Zach opened the door ready.
I'm gonna be honest, they're not playing out the story exactly how the anime shows it, but I'm pretty sure they're doing this via timeline wise, because in the anime they show like backstory for like the characters so you can get to know them more.
To kill him.
Well, I mean at least main two. I'm pretty sure they don't show you backstory for any other characters beside the main two, Isaac Foster and Rachel.
Man asked Zach if he was camping with his parents, saying that he was blind so he couldn't tell. So when Zach's stomach growled,
and you call him senile, bro, he's just blind, bro.
The man realized he was starving, so he brought him back to his house before inviting him inside. While he ate, the man wondered how he was lost in the forest, and told him that he could stay with him until they found his family. When Zach wondered why he was helping him, the man revealed that it was because he was lonely, and then
also because he was just trying to be kind. Like, it's a kid on the road by himself. What are you gonna do? Just let that kid stay there and die? Doesn't matter if your condition is terrible. You lend a hand, you know? You lend a hand.
He hadn't talked to anyone in years. That night, a deep desire began preventing Zach from falling asleep, and he realized that his knife was the only way to satisfy himself. But as he began walking toward the old man's bed, he realized that killing him wouldn't be satisfying. So he decided to walk inside the city's alleys at night. A few moments later, when a random loser bumped past him, Zach pulled out his knife and stabbed the—
And he went to stabby stab. He went to stabby stab, bro. Yeah, by the way, just gonna say this quick. If anyone's new on my YouTube side, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. If you're new on my Twitch side, make sure to follow and share for more of this type of content.
man, killing him in that instant. However, the urge continued nagging at him, but with his knife doled out, he decided that it was now worthless. Just like his life.
What's with these strays, bro? Isaac Foster can't catch a break, man. Bro. I'm pretty sure this isn't a guy narrating. I'm pretty sure this is a robot, but whoever's writing this script for this video, why are you shit talking my boy Zach so hard? Bro, what? Nah! Why the shade?
After getting back home, the old man smelled the scent of blood and wondered where he had disappeared off to. So Zach revealed that he killed a man to satisfy his desires. When the old man heard his words, he asked him what he wanted to do now and covered Zach up, telling him to sleep peacefully. In the morning, the old man left the house, but even when the night came, he had still never returned. On the table,
That's because he got stabbed as well.
Zach saw
You're
a
gonna
letter
see in a
saying that
sec.
he went to grab milk, but he couldn't figure out what it said since he never learned how to read. Hours began passing, and
Yeah, that's true. Zach, aka Isaac Foster, is basically illiterate. He doesn't know how to read. Check, give me a second. Okay, chat, I was putting some music on for anyone who was getting a little bit bored during the Be Right Back screen. I did not mean to take that long. Alright, let's just get back to the video.
Zach started losing his mind, thinking he was abandoned once again, and destroyed the entire house until he found a knife amongst all the rubble. Throughout the forest, he began walking until he found a group of people next to a police car, and saw the body of his old man covered underneath. At the same time, a disgusting couple were glad they killed the broke grandpa for a
It's kind of hurts because the blondie is actually pretty cute here, but the guy, he's basically average.
few quarters, but when they
If you play video games a lot,
If I ever played a video game, I don't want to see this damn mad ever again.
saw Zach staring at them, the man told Zach to get his ugly face out of his sight. However, Zach saw they looked happy, and realized that all this time
Wait, I don't think he said ugly. I think he said something else, but I guess you can
face
say
out of
that.
his sight. However, Zach saw they looked happy, and realized that all this time, it was happy-looking people that satisfied his urge. So he pulled out his knife as the man fell to the ground, and stabbed him to death before rushing towards his girlfriend. He killed
My quick question for the girls, why didn't you run? You had a very much a 100% opportunity to run, but you didn't. You kind of asked to die there.
both of them that night, but all he could think about was the old man asking him what he wanted to do. So he answered that he wanted to destroy the happy people enjoying their lives, and make them fall into despair.
kidding me, right?
He knew that he was a monster.
Sorry.
Alright.
But wished that the old man
Why did you black this out? Oh, is it because YouTube and its very sensitive little system?
the only person who cared about him his entire life wouldn't have died.
Wait, quick question.
Old
If you
man,
want to block that out, why don't you block out the blood splatters on his shirt? Or is it because you can't show gore or
The
something?
only person who cared about him his entire life wouldn't have died. However, Zach wasn't the only one who endured the abuse of horrible parents, because during the following
That's true.
years, a young girl called Rachel would come back home to her alcoholic dad, who screamed at her for being mentally ill and would beat her mother before her eyes. However, she would laugh hysterically at all of it, and no
You know, the funny thing is that he's like, oh my god, why can't you be normal? Normal, by the way, bullshit ass word. And then he bullies his, and he becomes a domestic abuser now, where he basically makes his wife almost as crazy as Rachel. So, it's like, you don't like Rachel for being different, but you'll beat your wife up so much that she becomes psychotic. Make that make sense.
No matter how many times Rachel asked them to listen to her, neither of them would. That night, her mother promised to make him scream, And when Rachel tried asking her to listen, she slapped her face, saying she was the reason for being trapped inside this hell.
Not really. You could basically skip if you wanted to. You gotta blame her for basically your own choices.
Even so, Rachel tried asking for her to listen once again, but her mother screamed at her to just go.
If anyone said like, "Oh, she's trapped in an abusive relationship. She can't get up." See that house? See how basically it has no security cams, or you can't trap her and stuff. She can basically, or she can like use something heavy like the phone to break open a window. There's really, I don't see a single reason why she can't escape. She chose to stay there.
Inside of her room.
Maybe,
Months later,
maybe she was manipulated to think that she couldn't escape by the father. But I watched the anime so many times. There is no real reason they actually give on why she didn't escape. She chose to stay.
Rachel would reveal inside a mental hospital that she just wanted to take care of a sick puppy. But after she saw the puppy pass out, all she remembered was being in her room, fixing that puppy. After she had fixed the poor dog, her father screamed at his wife once again, and as she walked downstairs,
I don't know if they're gonna explain it, but she actually killed the dog because the dog didn't act exactly how she wanted. So she basically put down the puppy and then turned the puppy into a stuffed animal, basically.
she heard her mother screaming for her life. But when she opened the door, she saw her mother's lifeless body. Once her father noticed she saw everything, he said that she would be next, and although Rachel tried running away, her father began chasing her until she got inside of her room and locked the door. She tried telling the puppy to not be scared, but her father broke through the door, saying that she was just as crazy as him for the way she killed the puppy and stitched it, all so that she could make the dog hers, as he laughed at how crazy all of them were.
Yeah, it's ironic how basically the father didn't like her for not being normal, but he was just as terrible. He wasn't an average person himself. His mother didn't become average herself. So basically, they blamed their kid for being the descendant of themselves. Basically, they're fucking retarded.
He told her that no one would ever miss her, but she pulled out a gun and aimed it at her father, saying it was her mother's gun.
私の
Oh, you used a dub. I mean, you used a sub. I just watch this constantly in dub, but I should start watching it in sub so much so that I can, because I've been learning Japanese. It will probably help me more to understand, pick up more Japanese if I start watching sub more. And I'm just talking about the animes that I really watch. It'd be annoying if I had to do that with like the current animes.
普通の家族になっ
Excuse me.
After telling the doctor that story, however, he hypnotized her to erase all of her memories, and she woke up in an isolated hospital, wondering why she was in a completely different place. As she walked out of the room,
They never explained how she got there. Yeah, they never explained how she got there. Maybe she was transported to the facility because the doctor or the priest in this anime basically asked them to bring her there, or they kidnapped her. I'm not sure. They never honestly explained how she got there.
she heard the sound of an elevator opening, and after entering inside,
I don't know if it's in a manga though, because I haven't seen a manga, but I just know that the anime doesn't explain how exactly Rachel got there. They do explain somehow how Isaac Foster got there, but it's like a similar explanation how the rest of the characters got there. But they don't fully explain how Rachel got there.
the PA system announced that the sacrifice had been selected. Eventually, she arrived at a floor called the play area, but as she walked around trying to find the exit,
It's an abandoned city where Zack can just kill anyone he wants.
she heard the sound of glass breaking, so she started running away after realizing someone was following her. As she kept running, she saw the stains of blood on the ground along with a bird that was injured. But after saying that she would treat it, a blast from the wall killed the bird. Zack came out laughing, glad that her hopeful face had turned into despair, and said that he would give her 3 seconds to run away screaming for her life. As he began counting, Rachel tried running away, but Zack began chasing.
Basically, Zack is the character that you fall in love with if you really like psychotic characters. If you like a guy with mental illness, Zach is directly him. And I relate to Zach quite a bit in via mental health at the moment. Though I'm not saying that I've killed anyone, but my mental I can see where his mental health came from, like all the torture and stuff. So I really love Zach, and yeah, one of the reasons why I'm reacting to this because I'm a fan of this anime. One of the main reasons is because of Zach, aka Isaac Foster.
After her until she arrived inside an abandoned storage room. After looking around for where to hide, Zach had managed to catch up to her, and once he entered the room, he wondered where she was hiding. So he began piercing his scythe into all of the crates, narrowly missing her body before
Imagine if he did it like he jabbed him more than once, like BAM! Oh, is she not there? BAM! Oh, she's not there. BAM! Is she in here in the first place? It'd be kind of funny.
realizing that she was hiding somewhere else. As he walked outside, Rachel knew that she needed to get away
Bro stabbed the box one time and just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go check somewhere else. They even tried to open the whole thing
before he found her. But when she got back to see the bird, the life in her eyes disappeared, and she swore that she would fix the bird, saying that he will become hers forever. After sewing the bird up, she began running back towards the elevator, but Zach had managed to find her, saying that he wouldn't give her any more time to escape. As he leapt to slash her, she ducked down and tried running away, but Zach continued laughing hysterically and rushed after her.
Yeah, because he gets the joys and jollies out of killing people who are smiling and happy. Zach, Isaac Foster for you guys, 1-on-1.
Even as the elevator opened, he continued closing the distance, until she narrowly managed to close the gates before he tore her apart, and the elevator began moving her upstairs. A few moments later, she arrived on the second floor, and saw that she was back inside the hospital she recognized.
In an hour and stuff, does this really recap literally everything? Because there's like over an hour of the anime, so I wonder if this directly recaps everything.
In the dark hallway, she heard the sound of a man running towards her.
Regardless if this does shout, I think you guys should give this anime a check out. I'll not only link this video in the description, but I'll also link the anime link in the description. I should also do that for my reaction yesterday for Tokyo Ghoul.
So she began trying to escape, but the man caught up, saying he was Danny.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna link the anime just be like, oh, because I'm sponsored by Crunchyroll. I'm not. I'm just doing it for any of you guys who want to watch the anime and are curious to watch it.
Doctor who'd been counseling her.
Now we get to create our character.
Now I get to skip this ad as soon as it shows the skip button. There you go.
At his face, she wondered if he was really the same person, and Zach saw the way she had stitched up the dead bird. At the same time, the doctor told Rachel that he'd been waiting for her and took her to a dark room, where he told her that he wanted her perfect eyes. So he grabbed her hand and started dragging her to an operating room, saying that he wanted to take a look at her eyes, and that they were as beautiful.
Oh yeah, he's a creep and he fetishizes his eyes. I wish they told the origin where why he all I know is that ever since he saw his own mother's eyes, he then got so desperately obsessed with his mother's eyes, and then boom, he has this obsession off his mother, which is kind of creepy. But yeah, he basically obsessed over certain types of eyes and just wants to gouge your eyes out and collect them. Yeah, it's kind of like as creepy as if a fan collected the toenails or hair pieces, like hair trimmings of like their celebrities and stuff. It's like similar creepy to that. Or like if anyone collects teeth for some reason.
As his mother's dead eyes. He remembered the day his mother isekai'd herself and said that he would do any mother's dead eyes. He remembered the day his mother isekai'd her.
She wanted to get isekai. No, okay. You guys probably understand what this means, but she basically herself, you know, she decided to visit the afterlife pretty early and ended her life subscription and stuff.
Herself and said that he would do anything for her eyes, but he needed her to look for something first in the back room. As she entered inside, she saw hundreds of jars filled with eyeballs, and as Danny
told you this guy was dangerously obsessed with eyes for no reason. Well, I mean, No, not for no reason. It's because, okay, now I remember due to what their isekai joke. Basically that Danny basically saw when his mother ended her subscription to Live, he saw her lifeless eyes and for some reason became so strangely obsessed with the look of lifeless eyes where he just wanted to get that look and collect more and more of that look. That's why he has that collection. It's basically he enjoyed seeing eyes when they're lifeless, or specific ones.
Danny appeared from behind. He told her that he was looking for the eyes behind her, so after she gave it to him, he told her to not run away, because she'd regret it. After leaving the room, Rachel realized that she needed to find a way out, and after seeing a crowbar on the ground, she began trying to open the door. But as soon as it opened, she realized that Danny was standing behind her. He told her that this was his floor, and that he would never allow her beautiful eyes to escape away from
No, yeah, he said that, but it was more of a, I don't want you to leave. You better stay here. But that's exactly what Zach wanted. That's what the other floors are going to want too. They just want the person to stay there. They don't want them to leave, even though there is an option.
from him, so he promised to take her eyes away for himself. As he began dragging her back to the table, he said that he would rip those eyes out.
I honestly don't know how he has such an extremely long tongue. Then again, this is probably... I wouldn't be surprised if someone obsessed over this character like fetishized over this character because of the tongue. Especially when I'm saying that, I'm talking about like females who probably obsessed with the character of Danny just because of his long tongue, if you know what I mean.
But she begged him to stop before giving up, saying that she wanted to go back to her parents. So Danny promised that she would meet her parents soon, since they were waiting for her in hell. In that moment, the memories of her dead family finally reappeared in her mind. But as the doctor tried asking her to respond to him, she stopped saying anything. After seeing the depressing look on her face, he said that he would finally have her eyes to himself. But in that moment, a scythe stabbed deep into his body,
Why did you blur the side though, bruh? Stop!
and Zack had managed to kill Danny, glad that he was able to end the life of another happy victim.
The thing is, even at the end of the anime, I'm not sure that character dies. You're gonna see later on in the video, it's like, this Danny character is like Springtrap. He always comes back.
However,
I
he was
don't know
ready
why.
to kill Rachel.
I
and
mean,
told her to run
yes,
away
he's a
and struggle
doctor.
for
He
her
knows how
life.
to heal himself,
As
but
he
that's
pulled
kind
the
of
scythe towards
bullshit,
her
kind of a
neck, he
plot armor
realized
for
that
him.
She wasn't screaming at all, and wondered if she wanted to live. At that moment, a bell began ringing, saying that one of the rules had been violated, making Zack the new sacrifice. After hearing those words, he realized that he should start running, but once he was gone, Rachel's memories flashed again, and she realized that she shouldn't be alive. As Zack tried breaking through the elevator door, Rachel began approaching him, saying that she had a favor to ask, and as she looked
This is gonna be the most craziest thing you guys are gonna ever hear from an anime character. Listen close.
into his eyes, she asked him to kill her. When he heard those words, Zack wondered if this psycho bitch was crazier than him.
Yeah, basically, she's the only character in anime that I've ever heard Lily Bailey ask, "Can you please kill me?" It's like, what? I'm sorry, you want to die? And if you ever question is like, why doesn't she end her own life subscription and just do it herself? She doesn't believe in oofing and stuff, or like self-oofing, so that's why.
and told her to stop saying things that were more disgusting than his burnt-up face. However, she asked him if he would eliminate her after she opened the door, but he pushed her away and told her to get them out first. So she began walking back, and after finding the doctor's body, she remembered him saying that it was his floor, so she began searching his clothes. As Zack kept pounding on the door, it opened at that moment, and Rachel revealed that the key was inside of the doctor's pockets. Seeing that she was smart, he promised
No, didn't she just find a button to do that? I'm pretty sure it was a button.
to fulfill her wish and end her life if she would help him get out, hoping that her face would be better for killing by then. Hearing those words gave her hope, and she promised to do her best. As he began walking away, he asked what her name was, so she introduced herself as Rachel Gardner, and the serial killer introduced himself as Zack. When they arrived onto the third floor, she realized there was something inside of the water, but Zack told her to keep moving. Before long,
I kept on thinking at this point that it was alligators or crocodiles. I don't know why. Nothing ever came out of the water, to be honest with you, and I don't know why they put any suspicion upon the water.
they arrived at a graveyard, and Rachel began staring at a hole, wishing she could just be buried already. But Zack was creeped out by her horrendous face, and screamed at her to return to her senses. As they arrived at another graveyard, Rachel
Yeah, because she wanted to die so much. She's like, "Can you please not destroy my grave so hard? I really want it. I really want to die." Like, she basically... It's like she was fetishizing of dying, chat. She was like basically fetishizing a death.
began to read the inscription on a stone, and realized that the
It's like a
gravestones were for
necrophiliac,
all
but
the people
different.
that have been killed. Just then, she noticed a separate grave.
Oh, this is gorgeous. I don't need a Lego version of Luffy. I mean, One Piece. Yeah, that's cool. Stop giving your damn ad.
And realized that her name has been inscribed on it. At the same time, she spotted another grave, and they realized it was being prepared for Zack. However, he thought he could defile death and tried to destroy it, but Rachel told him that he would only break his scythe. At that moment, she discovered an opening in the wall, so she told him that he would only break his... He thought he could defile death and tried to destroy it, but Rachel told him that he would only break his scythe.
Which wasn't true. He was stronger than the rocks. I don't know if they're gonna show
At
that.
that moment, she discovered an opening in the wall, so she told him to try and find the exit in the meantime. But he told her to try and fix her useless face. However, as she was about to head inside, she told him not to destroy her grave, so she can lay inside when he was ready to kill her. But her words made Zack shiver. While she walked
Told you.
through the corridor, she discovered that the door has been locked at the end. But she noticed the letter and realized that whoever wrote it had prepared the grave for her. Meanwhile,
Yeah, a necrophiliac.
Zack was entirely clueless about finding an exit. But as his grave made him restless, he spotted a pickaxe and decided to destroy it. As he successfully broke the edge, he started wrecking the rest of...
Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally lied to you guys. He didn't break the stuff with his scythe. He broke it with a pickaxe. My memory kind of mixed that up.
the gravestones. Luckily, a rock fell on a switch and unlocked the door in the corridor, so Rachel opened it, but wondered if the brain-dead moron intentionally figured it out on his own. As she walked through the new
Yes, and he accidentally figured out, but by basically destroying and disrespecting the dead, which in turn helped her get through the door.
corridor, she arrived at a room and began hearing a mysterious voice. Noticing a register, she decided to take a look and discovered that it was a record of everyone that has been killed in the building. Just then, she came across her own record, but wasn't even flinched by it. On the other hand, Zack
She wasn't flinched by it because she wants to die. She was like, "Oh, okay, this will guarantee that I'm gonna die, so that's cool." Like, I know why he mentioned like she wasn't even flinched by it. It's like, no shit, she wants to die. I thought we kind of went over this.
continued his devastation of the graves, but soon realized that only Rachel's gravestone was left, the memory of her.
Give me a sec, chat.
Her stern warning made him afraid, so he threw away the pickaxe. Right then, she appeared before him and noticed the destruction, but as she revealed the documents, she showed him his own document and began reading about an
I'm sorry, I was
that is-
like thinking about what just happened. Basically, my sister threw goddamn water balloons at my window which I didn't think probably was much, but she threw it so hard I thought it was gonna break the glass. But then I realized there's only one window here, and basically it splashed onto the screen window, or the screen to it, to make sure flies doesn't come in through it. And somehow the water went, I don't know how, but the water went through the window or something and came through here. I don't know how that happened, to be honest.
She revealed the documents. She showed him his own document and began reading about an Isaac Foster being entered into an illegal orphanage.
I don't know why I don't know why the Necrophiliac basically added Isaac Foster there, because he wasn't actually planned to die. And also it's kind of hard it would have been hard, like very hard for any of the people there to kill Isaac.
That abused him until the day his parents died. Before she could keep going, Zach wondered how she felt after reading that, and revealed that his real name was Isaac Foster, asking her if she was afraid of him. But when she told him that she wasn't, he revealed that a different girl had once said the same thing, because inside a dark alley one night, he had managed to catch up to a girl and asked her if she
It was a blonde bitch, and basically she tried to fake out that she liked the guy and stuff, and he was like, bullshit, and he didn't even bite, and she was like, oh shit, I'm dead. She tried to survive, but
However,
you probably
she
can't
said that
understand
she
the
was
ending.
actually his fan, and went on to say that it was an honor meeting him here after all this time. As she tried saying that he was manly and began caressing him, he grabbed her by the head and shoved her onto the ground, asking her what the fuck she was talking about. So he gave her 5 seconds to run away, but after catching up to her once again, he wondered why she would run if she wasn't afraid.
Because she wanted to see if she could lie her way out of it and survive. Which, newsflash, she doesn't. You know how, you know of this new trend code, Dix Insider? Wow, okay. That was a pretty good one. I gotta hand it to you. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny.
However, she revealed that anyone would be afraid of being killed, and cried for someone to save her. But Zach said that he hated lies, and ended her life. Rachel wondered what the fuck this depressing ass story had to do with her, and said
What does this story have to do with me? Because she asks, thank you, bro. No problem. Literally, it's like, she's like, why should I give a shit? He's like, because you're like her. You're probably gonna be the same way and lie about it too, and I'm gonna have to kill you later. She didn't lie.
said she can start running if it meant he'd kill her. Zach remembered this bitch was
Yeah, remember this, Chef. Remember this. This is gonna be a real trend during this anime. She wants to die. She wants to die. And so she'll do anything for that.
a psycho, so he decided to destroy her gravestone, telling her that she wouldn't die here. But she grew sad realizing she wouldn't die yet. Hoping to make her feel better, he told her that he would put her out of her misery.
If you look at the YouTube logo on the top if you look at the YouTube logo on the top left of the screen, it shows Roblox characters. If you look at the YouTube logo on the top screen, really? No, it doesn't. Do you do that just to bait me? Do you just do that to bait me, bro? What the hell?
Once he was safe outside of this building, so he returned to the elevator, and as he realized he couldn't open it,
For me, it does. I'm not trolling. Huh. If you're in my Discord server, take a screenshot of it and put it in my Discord server to show me. Or if you have Twitter, you can just DM me on Twitter. I should check my
Rachel told him to
Twitter
look
DMs.
inside
I haven't
the
done that in a
water,
while.
hoping he would find a switch for it. Desperate to leave, Zach began looking through the water, but Rachel thought he has no true intention.
Wait, was that your DM? Oh. Huh. I don't know, maybe you're on YouTube Kids or something, I'm not sure.
Of killing her, when he wondered why she wouldn't
Yeah, I saw it,
do
so you're
herself.
right. I
She
don't know
told him that it
why
was a
I don't have
terrible
it.
sin, and said
I don't
that
have
it
a
was
clue.
because God said it, so it must be.
the thing is, for me, here's a little bit of something to get to know me, chat. I live in a Christian household. I personally I don't really follow that stuff. Or at least anymore. And basically, the mention of a god, honestly, grinds my gears sometimes. But then, since I've seen this anime so many times, I know, like, when she mentions God, she doesn't actually follow a religion or anything. She's just talking about whoever she believes as God. I'm not the reason for it because YouTube made a Roblox museum.
After hearing those
Wait, I'm not the reason for it. Is because YouTube made a Roblox. Is there
words,
actually a Roblox
however,
museum?
Zack told her to show some emotion.
And
saying
if
that
so,
it would
I wonder
motivate
why.
him to end her life. But when she couldn't even pretend to be afraid, he realized she was already dead on the inside. Just then, he stepped on
Wow, I guess I'm cosplaying Rachel every single day.
a switch, and as a door opened in the corridor, Rachel decided to see what was inside. Before long, she came across a letter and flower and wondered who put them here. At the same time, Zack grew tired of waiting in the water, but as the lights went out at that instant, a mysterious kid appeared before him. The kid wondered why he destroyed the grave,
I completely forget this kid's name, to be honest.
as he thought his own grave was a perfect fit for him. However, Zack was creeped out by the thought of it and tried to slay him, but he jumped away. As the kid revealed that his name is Eddie, he managed
Oh yeah, Eddie.
to evade his scythe before dodging again.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
I usually don't like gas, but that one I'm probably gonna be fine with showing, cause I need a new phone, and I just want a new Android phone that, like, some type of Android phone that can flip, like either fold or flip, in either one. And if you guys be like, oh, Android better than get Apple, I'll also get Apple in the future whenever I can afford it. But I just prefer Android. Android's just better, and also is more affordable. Why would you want to go broke just to flex a phone? I don't understand that. Like, if you want to flex something, how about just, like, go broke by getting a custom item and stuff, like either custom statue, custom PC, custom mic, whatever the hell. Because custom stuff costs more than just, like, say if you even got custom, a custom Android, probably. That's probably going to cost way more than Android. I mean, iPhone. Actually, Lester, I don't know if this is still a thing, but if you guys don't know, the latest Android phone actually costs more than the latest iPhone, and that is a fact, or at least that's a fact from last year, I think. I don't know if it's the same this year, but it was a fact at least last year that the latest Android phone was more expensive than the latest iPhone. So basically, if you say like, oh, iPhone's better, what's better about it versus Android? I don't know. I never had an iPhone, so I can't tell you the difference. It's kind of cool, honestly. Anyways, can we pretend like your thighs are pancakes and my head is syrup, and now smother the pancakes in the maple syrup until stick stuff comes. I mean, what's your favorite show? What in the other two hells? I mean, my favorite anime show is Tokyo Ghoul. Like, that's my number one. Second would be like either what's it called? Serve at the End, or It's Just Death as we're watching a recap of it. And like the third one would be Fire Force. Wow, what the
began
hell?
saying that he's fallen in love with Rachel and revealed that he intends to
He doesn't actually fall in love with her at all, or at least he does mean fall in love with her, but his description of falling in love is so creepy. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I totally didn't let my mind go out.
make the
Oh,
perfect
wow,
grave
interesting.
for her, as he thought she was his missing piece. But Zack told him the only thing missing was his useless brain.
That's true, because this guy is a creepy guy with dead people.
However, Eddie was certain that she was perfect for him and told Zack that he would put her out of her misery. Angered by his words, Zack tried to attack him, but he vanished off into the darkness. Meanwhile,
So I only
Rachel
paused because I
discovered
thought
that the final
something
door
was
had
new
been
in my
unlocked,
YouTube Shorts
so
chat,
she
but it
decided
wasn't.
to use a flashlight and found another letter inside. Just then, Eddie appeared behind her, saying that he came to grant her death wish and would gladly isekai her ass because he
I gladly isekai her. Yep. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, you wanna end your life subscription? Gladly, I shall now go ahead and isekai your butt. Bam, you're dead. That probably doesn't mean much. Hold up. You wanna end your life subscription? How about isekai your ass? You're dead. Just like that. Is the guy a freak? He's freaky with dead bodies. So look at what necrophiliac is. You probably will then understand who this guy is.
He thought Zack was too weak and useless to do the job. On the other hand, Zack began screaming for Rachel, as he thought the weird kid may try to persuade her into
What's that notification of again? Oh. That's a good one.
ditching him. So he decided to find another way.
He's a freaky frog? Oh, hell nah. Yep.
At the same time,
yep.
Rachel started backing into the wall as Eddie continued trying to persuade her, but she told him that she already promised herself to Zack. Just then, Zack arrived at the opposite side of the wall, so Eddie told her to choose one final time whom she wishes would end her life. As she nearly chose him, Zack banged on the wall and began screaming that he's the only one who could kill her, and even swore to God that he would. So after asking
it's not weird, but it's weird at the same time. He's like, I swear to God, I'll kill you. Wait, that probably broke the mic. I swear to God, I'll kill you. And she's like, you swear to God you kill me? It's like him saying like, I swear I'll marry you. And she's like, you swear you marry me? It's like the same energy. It's like, oh my God, I want him now. And that type shit. Why does the guy have a yellow mask? What do you mean yellow mask?
he really swore to God. He told her that he did.
If you're talking about Isaac, he does have yellow mask. Probably just a lighting in the video and stuff because he's covered in bandages because his biological father burned him and shit when he was a kid, and yeah.
And that she needed to stay alive until then, so she begged him to break through the wall. With a strike, Zack destroyed the wall and entered through the opening. But
he just hit it one time and somehow a whole door comes out of it. I honestly just came for a spirit commentary. I'm not paying attention to the video.
As they noticed that Eddie was gone, Zack screamed at Rachel to make herself useful to him if she wanted to die. But she wondered if he really meant those words. She told him that he swore to God and kept repeating the words to God.
You swore you kill me. You swore you kill me. You swore you kill me. Damn, girl, chill the fuck out. You're kind of starting to creep me out. And I don't know if I like it.
Asking him to swear to God that he'll kill her over and over, so he pushed her away, saying that he really hated nothing more than lies. However, they needed to find the Eddie kid first, so Rachel said that he was down the hall, and they began to leave. Before long, they arrived at the end of the corridor, but realized that Eddie was already waiting for them. As he began asking how he could
Tick-tock on the clock, I'm gonna kill you like bedrock. Wait, that didn't make sense, to be honest.
possibly persuade her, he jumped at her with his shovel, but Zack blocked his attack, and he leapt away, unwilling to accept.
Bro, this thing is that this anime doesn't have many fight scenes, but any type of fighting in it is actually pretty decent.
Defeat, Eddie attacked again.
By the way, remember this.
but
This
jumped
show
back
isn't about
just in
fighting.
time. At that moment,
This anime is actually more. If you don't want to be a deep thinker or have any philosophy, don't watch this because there's some philosophy in this show. There's some. Or at least at the end, it'll say something like a quote or a question quote and stuff that makes you start thinking.
the lights went out, so he vanished into the darkness, but started smacking Zack as he disappeared before his eyes. With Zack growing desperate, he told Rachel to find the light switch, so she hurried away, but Eddie dodged another attack before retreating into the darkness. As Rachel
Ever seen that monster that basically, appears in light and disappears? I mean, appears in darkness but disappears in light. Eddie, right there. No. It's the opposite. He disappears in. He appears in. Any monster that appears in light and disappears in the darkness. Basically, Eddie. He's like, oh, darkness, you can't see me anymore. Woo! But then light is like, ah, shit.
decided to hide behind a gravestone, she noticed a beautiful burial that was already prepared for her. Just as she admired it, Eddie knocked the wind out of her and began saying that he would give her a good burial once she agrees to die. However, as he raised his shovel to end her, she fell into the hole, and the useless rotten creep thought he could finally
Useless rotten creep. I was gonna make a joke, and now Eddie gained a bone, and he's like, oh, she's in the grave. Oh yeah, Rachel, please. That's basically what he was like.
kill her. Immediately, she shined her light at him and shoved him into the headstone before grabbing his remote.
She's just like, nah, dude, rejected. I'm with Isaac now. I don't want your dumb lame ass. She's like, why? I was a tier 3 sub too.
Successfully turning the lights back on, and Zack smacked the ugly mask off before sending him to Nirvana. As he tried saying that the grave would have been a perfect fit for Rachel, Zack pushed the headstone on his body, burying him forever. With the creep finally gone, Zack wondered how they would find the elevator, so Rachel pushed a button
I live with psychopaths.
on the remote, and they realized it was behind the waterfall, so they headed inside.
But my fixture was only Thomas the Tank Engine for a while, but I got into the Smiling Friends and the Cuphead show. Oh.
And it ascended to another floor. As the elevator opened, they realized they were in another unfamiliar place. When Rachel discovered
Oh no place to not give a fuck.
the gate was locked, she told Zack that the building was probably empty. However, he said it was their only way out and tried to break the cell, but realized it
It's made of metal, you can't do it, dummy.
was too solid. At that moment, the alarm went off, but Zack saved her as a machine gun fired. When its bullets ran out, they started hearing a voice over the PA system, and a useless creepy girl announced that she's
Jesus, creepy girl. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh god. Yeah, but basically in the summary, useless creepy girl. Yeah, basically sums it up. She is creepy. She. Okay. You know, basically, Isaac Foster enjoys killing people, but he doesn't, and get, you know, he gets his jollies from it, but not like in a pleasurable way. He doesn't, get off to killing people. But you know how now, you now know how Eddie does, dead people. Funny businesses, yeah. Funny business. Oh yeah. Yeah, basically, so this next character, I'm just gonna, spoiler alert, let me tell you this. She goes like this, she does that to her version of punishing people with justice, like she's a I don't know, judge or something.
been waiting for their arrival. She told them that she's the judge of this floor, and said that she
Told
would
you.
be punishing them for all their sins.
Freddy Fazbear Garden.
So the gate opened at that instant. As they arrived at a locked door, the girl commanded them to take their mug shots like every other worthless criminal. By the time they were done, they noticed the exit, but as they
Bro, Spirit, stop making those poses when my mom is walking. I don't know when your parents are
arrived
coming in.
inside a dark room, they saw the ugly, creepy drawings on the walls, and the girl announced that each drawing represents their punishment. Hoping to find the exit, Zack decided to check another room, but discovered that it was filled with ugly, creepy
Yo, I'm talking to you.
I don't care. Stop talking to me.
puppets, so he told Rachel to find an exit. However, as he began to lose his patience, he noticed a wooden chair and decided to take a seat like it was his throne. As
I'm the god Zeus, and you shall bow down to me.
Rachel tried telling him that it was an electric chair, the lights went out, and Zack realized he was strapped in.
And now Zach can be the real Zeus. You're gonna see in a few seconds.
Just then, a TV appeared before them, and the useless, creepy girl welcomed them to her floor.
I love how he calls her useless and creepy because she's one of the worst characters
Her name
ever.
was Kathy, and she revealed that she would be playing judge for their crimes. As she stepped on a button, the chair electrocuted Zack, nearly
Now you're Zeus. See what I said, chat? He's now Zeus.
frying his useless brain.
Or Electro from Spider-Man.
But she turned it off. Rachel wondered if he was dead already, but he began threatening to kill the nutcase once he was free. However, she revealed that he would only be freed if Rachel figures out how to stop the electrocution. At that moment, the puppets came awake, but Zack realized he was about to lose his worthless brain, and begged Rachel to figure something out. So as the chair electrocuted him once again, Rachel began to study the puppets, and thought they were
I'm gonna take this moment to say, if you're new on YouTube and Twitch, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Also on Twitch, make sure to follow share, because I want more and more Angels of Death fans to subscribe to me. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I want more of you guys to sub to me and watch this content, so that I can react to more of Angels of Death content, or at least YouTube content or family content, whatever the hell.
Put here for a reason. So as she pulled the scythe, she started hacking them one after another until the electrocution stopped. With Zack unconscious, she began wondering if he was still alive, but he screamed at her for taking so long, seeing as he nearly lost his brain. Just then, Kathy appeared on the
I nearly lost my prey, even though I don't really use it too.
TV, but Zack smashed her worthless face. However, they continued hearing her voice over the PA system as she decided to open the exit. Before long, they arrived at a warning sign, and Rachel tried telling Zack that the room would be worse than the last, but his
How often is the Holy Spirit? Wait, how often is the Holy Spirit Yami Hikiri break to? Maybe once a day. I'm joking.
Thought he was invincible, so he decided to enter anyway. At once, the door sealed them inside, but Zack thought the room was just a useless dump. As Kathy appeared on their TV, she began explaining their next challenge, and said that they must solve the puzzle before they were killed by toxic gas. At that moment, an alarm started blaring, and the toxic gas was released into the room. Hoping to keep Rachel alive, Zack tried to put the oxygen mask on her, saying that his worthless life depends on her survival. But she could care.
Why are you saying he has a worthless life? Whoever made the script, why are you shitting on Zack so hard? Zack is actually a really amazing guy. Why are they hating him? I love Zack. Stop trashing. Stop throwing shade. Stop throwing strays at him. Like, bro, what? And sir, Withered Foxy jump scare here. Oh, fair enough.
Care less for her own life and told him to save himself first. As she noticed a corpse, she thought it must be a clue, so Zack kicked it over. Right then, she spotted the writing on the
Zack hasn't had enough disrespecting the day yet, chat. Just, you gotta buckle in.
floor and wondered what it meant. However, she began to grow sick from the gas, so Zack put the mask on her, telling her to stay alive no matter what. So she told him to put a foot on the scale, hoping they could solve the puzzle by balancing the weight. As she managed to do so, she discovered that the exit still wasn't opened, and wondered why they weren't freed already. So she decided to search for more clues, and took the mask off, but the gas began to weaken her body, and as she got worse, she thought she was about to die.
Yeah, I don't. In the anime, she's like, whoop, take out the mask, toss it aside. But I'm every time I watch the anime, I'm like, question like, what's the point of doing that? It's like, it's not like you couldn't see through the mask. I mean, it was hard to see through the mask, but like, why did you do that?
But Zack caught her before she passed out, and put the mask on her, saying that they must survive. As his words inspired her, she decided to search for new clues, and soon noticed an opening in the ceiling. When she wondered how they could search inside, Zack threw her into the ceiling at once. Inside, she managed to find a keycard, but when Zack realized she was too sick to even use it, he tried to put it in the machine. However, his moronic brain couldn't figure.
Let's say he tried to treat the card like it's a flip phone, and he kind of snapped it.
Figure it out, and he eventually bent the card. At that moment,
Or bent it.
Kathy revealed that their time had already ran out and decided to increase the toxic gas. But with Zack determined to survive, Rachel realized she could create a bomb using the gas and batteries. But as soon as she created it, she passed out, and the bomb exploded in that instant, destroying the entire room. Luckily, they managed to survive the explosion, but Rachel fell
They never said how they survived, chat. I don't know how they survived.
down again as she had grown weak from inhaling the gas. However, as she managed to stand, they started walking towards their next challenge. But when Zack noticed Rachel struggling to move forward, he decided to let her rest. A few hours later, they began walking towards the next room, but Kathy used the PA system again, saying it was admirable how both of them were using each other to fulfill their desires, but wondered which one was the real tool. Zack wondered what the fuck she meant by that, but she told him that he would find out soon. Eventually, they arrived in a cell, and noticed a dollhouse.
This is the most I've seen Zach get pissed off ever in this anime.
So Kathy revealed that they would only be allowed to leave
The frame spirit paused on when the girl was gonna lay down was absolutely foul.
if one of them manages to solve the riddle. With Zach too moronic to do anything,
Wait,
Rachel decided
I
to
did?
solve it, hoping he would
Oh.
rearrange the dollhouse instead. As a drawer opened before Rachel, she saw a math problem, and after solving it, she realized that the numbers referred to the page and sentences written inside a book. So after deciphering the code and matching the words, she told Zach to put the man doll in the living room. As he did, another drawer opened, so she
Yeah, and psychotic dickhead literally makes Isaac relive his past.
told him to put the woman doll beside it. However, as he picked a bandaged doll that looked exactly like him, he realized that this challenge was specifically created to make him relive his past. As the memories began to haunt him, his anger grew, and he tried to destroy the dollhouse. But Kathy told him that he would be stuck in the cell forever, so he decided to spare it. But got even worse as the doll reminded him of the way he used to eat the other dead kids.
He didn't eat. They weren't cannibals. Jeez, I don't know why they're lying. I'm pretty sure, cause if that's true, I'll be like, oh yeah, bro was like, I forgot that famous uncannibal name that there was a Netflix show. Oh no, Jeffrey Dahmer. And bro wasn't just Jeffrey Dahmer the whole time. No. Like what? They weren't cannibals. I don't know why they're lying about that.
And how he was constantly abused by his worthless foster parents. Kathy continued reminding him that he was nothing but a worthless tool his entire life, and that even now he was being used by Rachel to help them escape. With all those memories coming back, he destroyed the entire set. But Kathy revealed that they already passed the challenge. Immediately, the gate sealed them in, separating them into two different cells, and Rachel wondered
And basically, Isaac was too pissed off to Ray was gonna be like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, I don't fucking care. Leave me alone. Basically, he had to relive his trauma, so basically he was not in the mood for her.
if the dollhouse was starting to make him lose his mind. As Kathy decided to reveal herself to them, she said that they would only be freed if they take a shot from the syringe. However, with one of the needles containing a fatal venom, Zach wondered which one of them would survive. But Kathy decided to leave. Rachel wanted to take both shots as she wanted to die anyway, but Zach knew he was screwed once she dies, and told her to stay alive until he was dead. Before she knew it, he took her needle and injected both into his body. So as the door opened, he began to leave, but Rachel was worried that he would soon lose consciousness. Before long,
No, he didn't lose consciousness, but something worse happened.
Zach became totally exhausted as the memories from his past continued flashing across his mind.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Imagine it's giving me this ad.
Just as Rachel appeared before him, he readied his scythe to end her, but she wouldn't even flinch, and reminded him that she already agreed to help him escape so that he would fulfill his promise to send her off to the afterlife. Afraid of getting stuck forever, Zach decided to release her, and asked her to stay alive until he killed her, saying that he hates nothing more than liars before pushing her away. As he began to lose his mind to the drugs, Rachel started running away, hoping to save him by staying alive. But when she entered another room, she realized it was a dead end. But Zach
And he came in like dun 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 dun. I'm gonna fuck you. I mean, kill you. So yeah, what up? There we go.
continued approaching her, ready to take her life. Realizing she has nowhere else to run, Rachel decided to surrender. But as Zach raised his scythe, a bullet pierced his arm, and Rachel noticed the guns pointing at them. At that moment, Kathy appeared before them, saying that they were in the firing squad room, and that she could easily end their worthless lives with her remote. As Zach managed to stand, he tried to destroy the glass, but a bullet pierced his leg immediately. Realizing
I don't think he really got to do. I don't know if he got shot before and he could try or something. Because I don't know if it was like layer glass, like a bulletproof type of glass, where basically it will even be hard for like a side to pierce to it. Or maybe it was like something he could break through. Like if he could break through the window I have over here because it's thin enough.
he may be wounded, Rachel tried to help him, but he screamed at her to stay away, afraid he would lose his mind again. To make them even, Kathy revealed the gun on the floor and told Rachel to kill Zach before he kills her. However, as she decided to pick the gun up, Zach told her to end him. but she refused, telling him that they wouldn't become puppets of that woman, because it was their choice to kill or to be killed, and that they weren't tools to be used. Hearing those words, Zack wished she wouldn't.
He's like, oh, now I wanna. Ooh. Ooh, Rachel, I wish you were the right age, or else I could've. No, I'm joking. He wouldn't care to even do that. I'm pretty sure Rachel is a minor in this anime, so if there's any Rule 34 out there, you're a pedophile.
So he asked her to smile already, but when she faked a smile at him, his mind began breaking apart. After all, he knew it was nothing but a fake smile, but thought seeing her real smile would make him the happiest man alive. Just the thought of killing her while she smiled began making him smile more than anyone else, so he decided to isekai himself to destroy his own happiness.
He gets like, oh shit, I should start killing people that are happy. Oh. That's basically how to sum it up.
Kathy entered the room and began calling both of them a pair of ugly, useless trash that deserved to be judged as sinners. When Rachel tried saying that they aren't her puppet, she smacked her face, saying that Zack deserved to suffer before his death.
And she's a kinky freak that obsessed with justice. She's like Batman, but if he was a female and got his rocks off of torturing people he considered criminals.
And called Rachel a worthless failure.
Oh god, I'm going too deep, going so deep inside him that he's
For refusing
bleeding.
to kill him by herself. Ready to end her, she directed the guns towards her, but Zack regained consciousness at that moment, as the ugly bitch decided to step on his wound, hoping to torture
Ugly bitch is right.
his worthless body before finally killing him. Rachel pointed the gun at her and threatened to end her life at that instant. However, Kathy told her that the gun wasn't even loaded, and caused one of her guns to shoot it away. But as she returned to Zack, Rachel pulled
Little did you know. Oh yeah.
another gun from her bag and fired.
Why didn't they quote that she said like bang and
at her.
they
Even
shot it?
so, Kathy survived and thought that Rachel had become a perfect criminal and was ready to be judged. But Zack sliced her arm off, saying that her disgusting face deserves to be condemned, and slayed her instantly. However, Kathy
No, he didn't say that. He just said like, I can't believe it. You're just smiling too. I can't help myself. Die, motherfucker. Slice him with the scythe. I mean, slice her with the scythe.
managed to crawl towards the remote, determined to kill them. But her guns fired in the wrong direction until they ran out of bullets. As she entered Nirvana, Zack revealed that the drugs were starting to wear off, and that he has returned to his senses. As they arrived at the control room, Rachel discovered that Kathy was controlling the entire floor, and eventually opened the door with the controls. Before long, they came across writing on the wall, and Rachel thought it might be a clue to find the elevator. But when they arrived at another corridor, they realized it was the same place they passed through when they first arrived. So Rachel suggested that they try the mugshot room. Inside the room, as Zack wondered how they would open the elevator, Rachel noticed an indentation and remembered the writing on the wall. She thought it must really be a clue and decided to use Zack's name board on the indentation. Immediately, the elevator opened, and as they ascended to another floor, Zack asked her how she wound
So I blanked out for a long time there. I'm sorry for not saying anything. I was just thinking about some other stuff.
up in this useless building. As Rachel told him that she was taken to a hospital for counseling after witnessing a murder, she revealed that she has no idea how she ended up here. When Zack wondered how
I don't know how you end up there either.
she found her gun, she told him that it has always been with her. Just then, the elevator stopped, and as Zack passed out before her eyes, she realized he had lost all his red sauce, so she
Red sauce. I would call it life fluid.
decided to drag him out of the elevator. However, as he regained consciousness, she noticed his wound and realized that his life would end if he wasn't treated. So as he lost consciousness again, she decided to go in search of first aid. When she arrived inside a dark room, she began hurrying towards the end. Just then, the candles lit up, and she realized she was inside an empty chapel. At the same time, a purple smoke surrounded her, but as it cleared, she realized it was only an illusion. As she
Yeah, basically, the priest there, basically had smoke of Zaza and got her to be like, ooh, butterflies. Ooh, a gun. Oh, shit.
entered another dark room, she continued to sense the purple smoke around her. At that moment, a creepy white-eyed dude appeared behind her, demanding to know who she is. However, when she wouldn't say, he decided to tell her that he's the priest of this church, and introduced himself as Gray. As he
And like every priest ever, he thinks he's God.
told her that this is
Or
actually
at least most priests and pastors in religion act like they're God, or like they have connection. I have past experience. Honestly, I don't know what the hell they're wrong. Like, they have extreme arrogance. I had some trauma with a priest before. I don't like that guy.
his floor. Rachel thought he might be another deranged menace, and tried to step back, but he told her that he hasn't judged her yet, and couldn't pass any judgment on her. When he wondered why she was here, she told him that she was trying to save her friend, so he revealed that she could only find first aid on Danny's floor. After asking how she could reach it, Gray offered to take her, but said that she must first undergo a series of tests in hopes of discovering who she really is. With time
Based on Raising Cane's and Dave's Hot Chicken. I've never heard of Dave's Hot Chicken, but Raising Cane's, Raising Cane's is, it's all right. I'm not gonna glaze it. It's like, dude, it's just chicken fast food. That's literally all it is. Like, how different in fast food can you get with chicken? All the chicken tastes the same. The only difference is with their spicy chicken. Some of them are less spicy than the other spicy chicken. I tried a chicken from almost from a lot of fast food. Now I gotta say, there's almost not really any difference, except for like maybe some of them with like spices and the stuff that like poke out. Other than that, it's just fried chicken. If you be like, no, Chick-fil-A's better, no, KFC better, no, Popeye's better, bitch, shut the fuck up. They're all the same thing. It's chicken, dumbass. How different do you get with flavors? Be real with yourself. This hot chicken is a goated spot for spicy chicken, the medium spicy chicken. Okay, with spicy chicken, that's okay. Now that is when you actually try to look for which fast food restaurant is better with the spiciness. The plain one, they almost always taste the same, but the spicy one, you gotta look for the best one. You know what I'm saying? Chicken and they have mixed meat, but when I eat it, it's a 10 out of 10 chicken spot. Hey, sounds good. You should do a video trying Dave's Hot Chicken. Listen, I don't know if I can do it right now, but like when I make Arrow, I can like bring him and probably like Rex too if we want to, and like I can like maybe like do Arrow live stream or something, or like do a vlog and post it on my Arrow channel for that. That's if I remember. But yeah, sure, we can do that.
running out, Rachel decided to return to Zach, hoping he was still alive. While she helped him to rest on the wall, she decided to tell him about the mysterious priest.
Oh wait, how am I supposed to record myself? We're gonna have to edit my face out a lot of times because like I will have to take off my mask to eat.
But Zach tried to
Oh, in that case, I couldn't live stream it then.
follow her, afraid the man would be a threat. However, as he realized he couldn't even lift his own scythe, Rachel told him that he would die soon at this rate, but asked him to rest in the meantime as she
You're gonna die soon. Please rest up. I'm totally not fawning over you killing me.
promised to save him. So as he realized he would only be dead weight anyway,
At least for the most spicy chicken tender. Oh,
Zach
okay.
finally agreed. Before long, Rachel returned to the ugly white-eyed priest and told him that
The ugly white-eyed priest. Dude, almost no character is safe from this video's shade. Like, so many people are catching so many of these characters are catching this YouTuber's fade, and honestly, everyone but Rachel's catching their fade. I'm like, why do you hate? I can understand why you don't like Danny. I can understand why you don't like Eddie. I understand why you don't like I forgot that one woman name, but you know, the one woman we heard about earlier. And I understand why you don't like Gray, but why Zach? Why is he also catching shade?
she was willing to take his test, but asked that he spare Zach's worthless life. A few minutes
I swear to God, stop shit talking Zach. It's literally like nails to chalkboard for me. It hurts.
Later, they descended down the elevator. As the purple smoke began to surround them, Rachel realized it was emanating from the priest. But they soon arrived at Kathy's floor. Rachel wondered why they weren't on Danny's floor.
Hot take, Dave sauce is better than cane sauce. I've never tried cane sauce, so I can't confirm it. But is it like some type of zesty sauce? Because like zesty sauce is delicious. Actually, I need more zesty sauce. I should ask for some bottle of zesty sauce, because zesty sauce tastes really good.
Floor instead, so Gray told her that she would be tested in all the previous floors she's been on, and said that her only task here was to turn on the electricity that
New character.
Oh my God, with this fugly bitch! Can you stop coming my ads?
powers the elevator. After letting
I'm joking. If you're actually watching this, I'm joking. You're not fugly. You're just average.
out those words, purple smoke spread across the entire floor, so Rachel hurried away. Just as she spotted the switch, a zombie fell down before her.
Oh, so that shows you, if you're a female watching this, it doesn't matter if you're whatever you look like. Literally, if you just put on some makeup, a guy will watch you and want to hit you. Like the average guy standards is so below what the average female standards, because the females were taught to be so arrogant and have too high standards, and literally think that they deserve anything when they can just literally just think like, just get an average guy. Your likely chance of getting someone that you find extremely hot, like a Hollywood style, is small. So humble yourself.
Her and more zombies appeared. So she
I mean, guys like the Hollywood females, but they're not gonna be like, ooh, that's my type, I only want that. It's like, no, be realistic. Thing is with Cane's is their sauce carries their mediocre chicken fingers. You're not the first person I heard that says that the only thing good about Cane's is their sauce.
away as they tripped on each other, but more of them appeared, so she fired at one and managed to hide inside a room. However, the zombies forced their way inside, but she escaped into another room and realized that Kathy's body has vanished. At once, she hurried to the controls, and as she activated the guns, she began firing at them, realizing she was running out of time. When she was done, Kathy's ghost appeared behind her and started calling.
I wouldn't say it's a ghost, it was more of like a hologram due to what it looked like. Gotta go. Okay, sweet dreams, Chip has a bomb, thanks for stopping by.
Her an ugly, useless killer who only cared for herself, saying that she was now worse than Zack, and that she was the greatest sinner in the world.
You look like you're about to make out with her, which you shouldn't.
However, Rachel was unfazed by her disgusting words and merely watched her vanish. When she returned to the cell, she switched on the electricity, and by the time she arrived at the elevator, she realized it was open. However, when Gray asked to know what enemies she came across, she told him she already annihilated them, and said that they were irrelevant. As he realized she wasn't feeling bad about killing the nearly dead prisoners, Gray decided.
Why should you? I mean, if they're about to kick the bucket, just help them out. Like, who gives a fuck? She's not a nurse. She's not a medic. She's not a doctor. So why are you condemning her?
To lead her to Eddie's floor, and once they arrived, he told her to find the electricity switch inside the control room. But Rachel was already sick of his useless tests and started thinking it was a waste of time.
Yeah,
However,
that's true.
Gray decided to tell her that the tests were meant to reveal who she really is, because she was considered an irregular child. Right then, she realized that Eddie's body had vanished, but Gray led her away immediately. Before long, they arrived at the
I think that's just part of the illusion, because I'm pretty sure there's no way Eddie would have left there, because he was literally dead. He was dying on the floor, and also he had a big rocket up against him. You could say like, oh, he's strong. He wasn't strong. He wasn't strong enough to shut that off his thing when he's dying. He's losing blood, bruh. So, like, that had to be illusion.
destroyed graveyard, and Gray began saying that the souls of the buried bodies could never move on to the afterlife, since their graves had been destroyed. However, as she tried to leave, a ghost hand grabbed her ankle, but she kicked it away. As it tried to return, she crushed it instantly, but more hands emerged from the ground, so she began trampling them one after another until all of them were destroyed.
And then the princess is gonna be so frightened to be like, oh god, why is this child like this? So like, why do you give a fuck about her and squashing hands, bro? It's like, Hot take here, hot take. The more religious you are, the most self-righteous you are, the most arrogant and most blind you are. At least that's what I've seen throughout anime and Iroh. You can prove me wrong if you want to, but so far I've seen plenty of evidence.
Eventually, she found the switch inside a locker, and as she switched it on, the elevator opened. Just then, Eda's ghost appeared before her, wondering if her cold, ugly heart felt no bit of emotion for the hands she destroyed. But
They were just hands, bro. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
she ignored his shitty face, realizing
He doesn't. You can't even see his face. He's wearing a mask.
he must be an illusion. Immediately, she hurried back to Gray, hoping to save Zack before it was too late. However, when he wondered what enemies she came across, she told him that they were ugly, useless hands that she managed to destroy without the slightest bit of emotion.
Yeah, because why would you care about squashing hands?
Hearing her words, Gray thought her soul must be lost. But
Over hands? Like, I don't understand this. Like, this guy literally has so much care over the smallest and useless things. It's like, they're just hands. Who cares? Bro, you're putting so much worth over something so small. What the hell is... Oh, wait, that's gaming. Okay.
decided to lead her to Danny's floor. As they arrived, he said that he would wait at the next elevator, but told her to find a way
I don't understand how there's like around 30 more minutes to this when there's literally like most of the story is about to be up now.
to heal Zack's injuries first. However, as she arrived inside the examination room, she discovered that Danny's body was also gone, and realized that he must be alive. As she began searching for first aid equipment, she realized that all the closets were empty. When she checked the other rooms, she discovered they were all deserted, so she rushed to the elevator. As she arrived, she wondered if Gray was trying to stall her until Zack would die, but he
Yeah, basically he could have done that.
told her that he was as clueless as her worthless face, and said she was
I don't know if he's just saying like saying a harsher way of what they actually said, or they actually don't like Rachel as well. Which literally at this point, why would you recap something if you don't like all the characters? That wouldn't make sense to me.
responsible for Zack's injury. However, when he realized his words were useless to her, he suggested they head to Zack's floor, saying that they might find some bandages. With nothing more to lose, Rachel agreed to follow him, so they descended towards the lower floors. At the same time, Danny had appeared before Zack, realizing this would be his only chance to kill him. But in the last moment, Zack regained consciousness, and he was ready to kill him instead. When he wondered how he managed to survive, Danny revealed that he
By the way, thank you so much for 4 likes on the YouTube Shorts. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can like it up and share it up on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, you can if you start clips and stuff, you can post any type of content you want on your own social medias. Oh yeah, just so you guys know, there's this new thing with Twitch I have, where basically, you know how I can like export some like any shorts or live streams to from Twitch to like my YouTube channels and stuff, or at least the short form content to like TikTok and stuff. Well, now you guys can do that too now. It's like this. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing how I would do it, but now you guys have the same access.
was
So if you want to, you can go look at my clips to see what you like, and or you can just look at my past content or my current live streams and clip wherever you want that you would like to post.
protective vest when he got stabbed.
Also, this
and
will
said that he
be very
managed
good
to
for you guys
secure his own
for like
wound
fan
after.
accounts.
Angered by the sight of his worthless face, Zack tried to slay him, but his injury prevented him from moving. So Danny revealed that the only thing he cared about was finding Rachel's beautiful eyes, but Zack told him that he killed her already. Hearing
Awaken to a world of wonder in Final Fantasy XIV Online.
those words, Danny's mind began breaking down, and began saying that he intended to add her eyeballs to his weird collection. As he said those words, Zack realized he might be the most f***ed up creep of them all, and revealed that he would be the one to end her life. At that moment, Danny realized Zack had slipped up, and that Rachel was still alive, so he told Zack to gouge out her eyes in exchange for getting
Actually, let me think. Who would be the most creepiest person in this anime? Even though Eddie's a necrophiliac, I don't think he's as creepy. I feel like the woman is more creepier than the necrophiliac due to her obsession over criminals. I I think it would have to be between the priest and the doctor, two who I think are the creepiest, because they make literally no sense. No, actually, I think Kathy, the woman, could be up there. I just now realized that.
getting treated. However, Zach would never go back on the promise they made for each other, so Danny decided to leave. But Zach fell from exhaustion. In the meantime, Rachel and Gray arrived on Zach's floor, and she began running towards the spot where she first saw him, hoping to find the knife he had earlier asked her to retrieve. As she entered his disgusting room, she discovered it was worse than a
I was gonna be like, oh, that's rude, but I remember, no, his room was pretty disgusting.
ghetto, but managed to find a fresh
Wait,
bandage
what?
in a disgusting room. She discovered it was worse than a ghetto, but
Worse than basically a ghetto neighborhood, bro. Nah, that's
managed to
disrespectful.
find a fresh bandage and the knife.
Hey, can you guess my name? Let me try. Oh, Naruto. I don't know what UMK would mean. But Naruto Uzumaki. Yeah. I don't know what UMK stands for. But yeah. Yo, I love Naruto. Shout out to Naruto. Love the anime.
So
Oh,
she
shit, shout out to the Naruto collab with Burger King.
returned to Gray, and they took the lift back to the upper floors. But when
Also, I gotta quickly say this: if you generally think that Burger King is bad, I fully believe now that you're just trying to jump on the hate bandwagon, because Burger King is literally not bad. People just started massively trash talking it just because they see it was popular to do so. But if you're gonna be honest with yourself, Burger King is actually not bad.
she arrived
I am from India. Oh, shout out to India.
at the spot where she left him, she realized
Make
Zach
sure you
was
like,
gone
subscribe, and
and
share, by
thought
the
that
way.
Gray must have returned to abduct him. But he told her that she was nothing but a curse to everyone, and revealed that Danny was still alive. Hearing his words, Rachel realized that Zach was in danger. However, as she tried to look for him, Gray began saying that he's finally discovered who she really is.
Where am I from? I'm from the USA. Not ethnically, but I was born in the USA.
And that he was ready to judge her for her sins. He told her that she was entirely hopeless, and said that her desire to save Zach was for her own selfish reasons, because she hopes to be killed by him. Rachel tried saying that she truly desires to save him, but Gray released the purple smoke around her. Before she knew it, a giant serpent appeared before her eyes, so she ran before it could devour her. As she tried hiding inside a room, it broke through the
It's a serpent from Harry Potter.
door, but she spotted Zach before her eyes. Afraid he would be killed, she tried to pull him to a safe spot, but he shoved her away, and the illusion cleared at that instant. Zach thought she may have lost her mind, but sat down as his injury got worse. The sight of his weak, useless body made Rachel sad, and she told him that she couldn't find any first aid equipment on Danny's floor. When Zach told her that the useless moron was still alive, she decided to hand over his knife, and Zach was glad that he finally has a weapon he
I got a stabby step now. Now I'm gonna kill you, Rachel. Oh shit, wait, you still have that plain face. Never mind. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. I can't do this anymore, Rachel. That plain face, I can't do that plain face anymore. I can't do it. No, sorry, girly. No, ma'am. That's not this time, sister. Hold up.
could wield. As he noticed the frightened look on her face, he tried
Do you want to monetize your channel? Yeah, I would love to one
saying
day.
he was a monster.
I'm trying to get this channel to 500 subscribers to get at least partial monetization, which will just mean the fan funding, meaning I can gain members, donations, super chats, etc. And possibly maybe the shop one too, but I only get like ads and stuff once I get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel.
And that he
Hopefully
would
I can get there
survive
one
no
day.
matter what. But as he managed to stand, she suggested that they follow the trail of blood, hoping it would lead them
I can do it easily. Are you saying you can help me easily get up there?
to
I
Danny.
mean, if you're gonna
However,
share this
as Rachel
content to a
came
lot of
across
people
a
to help me
slashed
get there,
painting,
that'd be
a
amazing.
serpent
Thank
tried
you.
to devour her, but Zach managed to save her and told her to find the exit immediately. As Zach tried to fight off the snake, Rachel found the secret door, but the snake retreated into the wall, Before long, it appeared before her, but Zack managed to slice it, as his injury grew even worse. A few minutes later, they tried to find another exit,
Basically, they're just censoring the gore, and this is not the blood, it's the gore.
but Zack collapsed on the floor, having lost the rest of his strength, so Rachel told him that she would find Danny on her own. As Zack thought it would be too dangerous, he decided to check her gun, but discovered it was already empty. Angered by the discovery, he wondered why she was willing to risk her life to save him, so she revealed that the only thing she cared about was the vow he made to God. However, Zack had heard enough of her bullshit, and told her that there was no God in their world. Hearing those words crushed her, and she wondered where her soul would go once she was dead, but
I don't know, to wherever you believe it'll go to, it doesn't matter. No one actually knows what happens in the afterlife. There are a lot of people will be like, oh no, we know how goes in afterlife, insert religion here. I'm like, all religions do is theorize exactly what is going to happen in the afterlife. But none of us actually know exactly what's going to happen in the afterlife. None of us have proof of the afterlife. All we know, it could be black. All we know, it could be made of clouds. All we could know is basically like similar to the death parade and stuff. The reality to it, and applying, there's probably a percent of people who would deny it a lot. It's just there is no proof of what's in the afterlife, and the truth is we can't prove it. We literally can't. There's no way we can possibly prove it. Unless we have some type of technology that allows us to, I don't know, record someone's death experiences and stuff, and somehow know how to bring them back to life right after, there is really no way. I know there's people out there who claim that they know exactly what the afterlife is, but they're just saying that for clicks and views. And if you believe in it, you're just buying into basically bullshit. Just moderate me. Oh. That doesn't guarantee me, the push I need. Okay, talk to you later. Sweet dreams. Thanks for stopping by, Naruto.
Zack screamed at her to smile anyway, as she managed to do so. He laid down from fatigue, and Rachel realized that he was losing all of his blood.
Yeah,
She
you need
thought
some
it was only a matter of time before he enters Nirvana, but he gave her his
Yeah,
knife.
Nirvana,
And told her
exactly.
to protect herself in the meantime, so she hurried off to find Danny. As she entered a new corridor, she noticed another trail of blood and thought it would lead her to him. However, as she followed the trail, purple smoke began oozing from a candle, and
You know what? This anime is actually really perfect for anyone. For anyone who believes in religion or doesn't believe in a religion. Why? Because it gives a perspective of someone who believes in a religion, or someone believes in a God, or if you think you are God, or so many different things. It's like a good thing for like thinking on. For example, even there's like an atheist, aka Isaac Foster. Isaac Foster is basically the definition of an atheist. He doesn't believe that there is a God, and he doesn't need to, because he doesn't have proof that there is a God. And he honestly, even if there was a God in his universe, he honestly probably wouldn't care. Sorry, chat. I would just pick you off like
and
the
the
nail
trail
polish
began to
around my
fade.
skin.
So she started running.
I'll
into
do
the
that
mist
after the
and
live
fell
stream.
into a great hole. Before she knew it, she woke up inside a grave, and Eddie's ghost appeared before her eyes. But she told him to get his ugly ass face out of her sight. However,
It's
as he
yeah.
decided to bury her anyway, she stabbed the headstone, but teleported to Kathy's torch.
Have you ever wished you could play a video game your way? Where you can be
By not
invincible,
watching this ad,
unimaginably wealthy.
so hacking it. Wait, wouldn't that just ruin the game experience?
Chamber instantly. As she wondered how she was teleporting, the mist
Basically
surrounded
say,
her
"Fuck the
again,
grind."
and Kathy's ghost electrified her on the chair. In a blink, she teleported to a new room, but Kathy's horrendous face reflected
So
in the
I'm just
mirror.
like
At that
addicted to
moment,
peeling this
a
stuff
mist
off.
teleported her to the church, and the illusion was starting to make her lose her mind. But when she noticed Gray before her, she demanded to know where Danny was hiding, so he told her that he was clueless, but said he managed to acquire some medication for Zack. Hearing his
Yeah.
words, Rachel realized she could save Zack after all, and tried asking him for the medication. However, when she discovered he has no intention of handing it over, she threatened to carve her knife into his worthless face. But he said that she deserves even worse pain, blaming her for
What?
causing Zack's injury. He called her a witch and said that she'd successfully deceived the angels who were supposed to punish her for being a sinner. So to judge her sins, Gray teleported her to
I forgot he said something like that. It's so
a
morbid.
court and declared the start of her trial. As he called for the testifiers, Kathy appeared before them, but Rachel wondered how her disgusting body managed to survive. She
You
went
know, they're all ghosts, they're not real.
on to show all of them the way Rachel had commanded Zack during their puzzle, saying that she used him as nothing more than a tool, and went on to say that she was the judge, who was shot by her own criminal. However, all of them noticed that Kathy had been smiling when she died, but she told them that this was the worst crime, as Rachel's criminal nature had made her the happiest woman alive. When Gray asked her how she wanted to punish her,
Oh wait, that's it, yeah. She gets off on people being major
she
criminals. I don't
sentenced
know why.
Rachel to water torture. At that moment, a water tornado surrounded her, and Kathy tried telling her to beg for her hopeless life. But Gray screamed at her to stop, saying that it wasn't her place to pass punishment. Eventually,
True.
Gray gave Eddie his turn, and he began saying that she was the same exact person as him. After all, she had buried
No, okay, Eddie, you and Ray are two different people. You are nowhere near like each other.
the bird the same way he wanted to bury her, but because she never shared his feelings, he began choking her, wondering why she picked Zack over him. Because of the way she buried him, he got up believing that she's a witch and said that she should be spiked to death. But even though she was ready to give her life up, Gray screamed for the spikes to vanish. When it was Danny's turn, Rachel wondered where the medicine was, but Gray told him to get on with his testification. However, he thought that she had the most beautiful eyes in the world. But because her heart was different than the rest, he began screaming that her soul could never be saved. Eventually, Gray silenced him, but after he left, Gray began saying that
Gray obviously didn't like any of the three testimonies. He's like, fuck you all, my testimony is gonna be better than y'all bitches.
Rachel was a witch, and that she has the power to enchant them all. So he declared that she
Basically, you're saying persuasion, she's a witch because she's really good at persuasion? Yeah, like, when this is what happens when you question this type of stuff. It doesn't just slip past you. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense.
would be burned alive, and flames surrounded her at that moment. Hoping to save herself, Rachel tried saying that she's innocent, but Gray called her an ugly liar. He said that all of the other psychopaths were actually angels, and called Rachel a devil for ending their lives. So he told her to confess that she's an ugly witch, but she refused, and began saying that she couldn't possibly be a witch since there weren't any witches in her Bible. However, Gray decided to reveal that he's actually God, and said that only he could judge her sins and send her straight to hell. He told her that the real God never existed, but she thought he was just making it up, so that she would willingly lay down her life. As her determination grew
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This guy literally thought he was God.
stronger, she teleported to her inner world, and spotted a god Zack before her. In an instant, he slashed the illusion, and started running off with her. At that moment, she regained consciousness, and realized that Zack's knife broke the illusion. When Gray wondered how she managed to figure out that everything was fake, she told him that her knife had revealed the truth, and called it her new god. She told him that she had promised to offer herself to Zack, and said that her promise was her god. As Gray tried saying she was the worst sinner in the world, she said that none of
You all got some type of key with her, I swear to God.
it matters, and told him to hand over the medication before she kills him as well. So he led her into an inner room, and revealed that the medication would help Zack to recover. Without hesitating, she selected the right items, and told him to die already. As she returned to Zack, she discovered he was still alive, and began to treat his wound. As he woke up, she offered to stitch him up, but Zack wondered why she was still creepy, and asked why she was willing to suture his disgusting wound. She told him that he was her new god, but he thought she couldn't be any creepier. By the time she was done, she
Not only do I want you to kill me, Zack, I'll worship you like you're my god. No, because that's creepy as fuck.
grew exhausted, and passed out at that instant. When she woke up, she decided to lead Zack to the church, hoping they would find the elevator. However, they discovered that Gray had vanished, but wondered how he mysteriously left. Eventually, they found the elevator and decided to take it to the upper floors. Inside the lift, Rachel wondered how Zack got burns across his body, saying that she wishes to know everything about her god, so he decided to reveal his past to her. When he was a kid, his useless deranged stepfather had decided to burn him, but he managed to hold on to him so that they burned together. However, when his mother arrived, she had decided to kick him out, causing him to grow up in an orphanage. Hearing his words, she wondered if he still intends to leave this useless building, so he told her that he does, and said he would never lie no matter what. At that moment, she recalled an old memory and tried to confess the truth to him, afraid he would hate her once he discovers it. But as she thought he might never discover the truth, she decided to keep it away from him. Just then, the elevator opened.
And for some people think that, oh, you're not telling the truth is a version of a lie. No, it's not. Hiding the truth is different from telling a lie. Because that isn't lying itself. Like, you could literally be like, asking, oh, where is my, like, for example, if for some reason, say you have a mug on your table, it goes missing, and then you ask everyone, where does your mug go? And no one says anything and stuff. That's not a version of lying. They're just hiding the truth. A lie is basically you're telling something that's not true to hide the truth. Hiding the truth without saying without telling a non-truth isn't lying. I don't know why there's people out there who think that, oh, hiding the truth is a version of a lie. No, it's not.
And they entered another floor, but Rachel thought she was better off keeping her secret
I'm not saying it's a good thing to hide the truth, but it's not called a lie.
forever. However, as Zack noticed blood on the floor, she realized that this floor was designed exactly like her home, and thought all her secrets were about to be exposed. Just then, Zack entered the apartment and wondered why she looks like she just saw a ghost. As he noticed a doll couple, Rachel screamed at him to back away, saying that the place might be rigged with traps. But Zack could care less and told her to fix her ugly face instead. He noticed the dolls were
He didn't say that. Can you stop shit-talking the characters? It's getting very, very repetitive and annoying that you're trash-talking all the characters. Why did you make this recap if you didn't like the characters? Like, this can't be just like, oh, I'm just being haha funnies. Haha funnies doesn't mean like you're constantly shit-talking the characters. It's really annoying me as a fan.
sewn up and began wondering if this was some haunted house shit. But Rachel started asking him to kill her already. However, he thought she was losing her mind and said he would only put her out of her misery once they exited the building. As she tried persuading him, she realized his mind was already made up and passed out from a fever. Hearing a strange noise, Zack decided to look inside a room, but found an ugly, disgusting monkey doll. As he
Roblox is way more fun.
Roblox ads are the most obnoxious pieces of shizas.
Watching the elevator, Danny revealed himself and locked him inside. Desperate to escape, Zack tried to hack the door, but realized it was hopeless, so Danny told him to search around the apartment and discover who Rachel really is. As he realized it was the only way to leave, Zack decided to look around the apartment. However, as he entered a room and noticed a couple's portrait, the roof collapsed, but he managed
That couple's portrait is basically Rachel's parents, as you could tell from earlier.
to escape. Before he knew it, darts launched at him, but he smacked them away and destroyed the opening. As he made it to the dining room, he kicked the table aside, but realized that the basement
Excuse
was
me.
locked. So when he arrived inside the bathroom and noticed the filled-up tub, he thought the key was inside. As he decided to take it, toy fishes bit his hand, but he cast them
Those were not toys.
was inside. As he decided to take it, toy fishes bit his hand.
How do those look like toys? Those are piranhas. I don't know why they said like toy fishes bit his hand. Those weren't toys. Those are piranhas. They weren't toys.
But he cast them away instantly. He wondered what weird shit was going
If they were toys, why would they be floppy on the ground? They wouldn't be doing that if they were toys.
on, but decided to go down into the basement. As he began approaching a new door, he nearly fell into a trap, but managed to hold on to his scythe. At the same time, Rachel finally woke up and noticed Danny's ugly ass face. But
So true.
as he realized she was looking for Zack, he told her that he already directed him to search the apartment for her secret. Desperate to find him, Rachel tried to enter the apartment, but he stood in her way and told her to wait until his return. Meanwhile, Zack was holding on for dear life, but as he fell, Gray managed to catch him and told him that he wasn't allowed to die just yet, so he pulled him outside. Just then,
The only good thing that the priest ever done in this anime. Actually, the second best thing he's ever done.
he began revealing that he created the building as an experiment, and said that even the angels were no more than a fucking lab rat.
At least he's being honest, like, you guys were nothing but my plaything. I never gave a fuck about you.
However, he thought Zack was a special tool, and revealed that he had decided to make him an angel because his moronic brain could only think of killing. On top of that, Zack had
Well, let me put it exactly, because I remember the line from this. To put it in the actual words, he said, like, he made Zack an angel because he found Zack so pure because he only thought about killing. And since Zack's mind was so simple-minded, and that way he thought Zack was pure, so he thought he was like an angel. Or like you could say in this this way, the priest Gray considered Isaac the angel of death, maybe? He didn't say that, but I'm assuming he might have.
decided to escape on his own, making himself a sacrifice. As if that wasn't enough, he was trying to escape with Rachel, and Gray wondered how a moronic ugly loser like him grew fond of her. But the memories of her emotionless eyes...
I don't know why you're throwing shit at Isaac. It's, like, honestly, is this your version of being funny in this video? Throwing shit at them and talking shit about them? Like, I'm fine if you talk shit about Gray, Eddie, the woman, I forgot his name, her name, and possibly Danny as well, the doctor in here. But please leave Isaac and Rachel out of this because they don't need your shade. This is getting annoying. No, it went past annoying. It is annoying. Stop it.
Mind. Gray revealed that they've been his
You're
special
trash talking to him for
lab
no
rats, but
reason.
told him to use a special nameplate to open the locked door in the apartment. Having seen enough of his horrendous face, Zack decided to enter the inner room, and Rachel watched him on TV at the same time. Just as he entered the room, he noticed a new portrait of Rachel and her family, and Danny told Rachel that Zack would kill her once he discovers her secrets. The realization made her afraid, and she thought he would hate her forever. At the same time, Zack managed to open a box and found Rachel's nameplate inside. As he noticed the same writing on the portrait, he went to the locked door, but Rachel managed to sneak away and started running through the apartment, hoping to reach him in time. Meanwhile, Zack managed to fix the nameplate, and Rachel realized she was too late. As he surveyed the room, he thought it must have belonged to Rachel.
It does belong to Rachel. That's Rachel's room.
But the TV came on at that instant. As Zack listened to the news, he realized it was a report of Rachel's parents' murder. On top of that, they had found their bodies sewn up, and Zack remembered that Rachel had sewn up his wound like a pro. The realization scared the shit out of him, and he wondered if she killed her own parents.
But she didn't lie to him. I swear to God, they said like he realized she lied to him. That's not lying. She hid her past from him, but that's not lying. Like what?
Before he
I'm
knew
just
it,
saying that if
Rachel
they say
appeared
that.
on the screen, and he realized that Danny was trying to interrogate her. Inside the room, Danny decided to ask Rachel why she killed and stitched her own parents up, so she told him that she desired to keep them together as a family. After both of them were dead, she promised to fix them. She went on to tell the doctor that she had sewn both of her parents' bodies together and stitched her mother's mouth to look like she was smiling, so they could become the perfect parents, and she was glad to live peacefully with them forever. Hearing her confession, Danny thought they were exactly alike, and revealed that she has the same eyes as his
You are nothing alike. I'm not gonna lie. You are nothing alike.
mother before she isekai'd herself. However, Zack had already seen enough and destroyed the TV immediately. As he returned to the room, he realized that Rachel's sadness was worse and wondered if this floor belongs to her. But Danny fired a gun to silence him. However, Zack was unfazed.
Oh yeah, I think her like I'm pretty sure like she was like a version of an angel herself that she was put up there, but she went like she lost her memory somehow, and then boom, she like became a patient there. Though I'm not sure exactly what she did. Like if she was an angel herself at one point, what did she do as a test or something for people who got to her level? Like what did she do? I don't know. They never said it.
And decided to ask if Rachel intends to kill him for discovering her secrets. But
Or maybe she would want to like try to kill them just to sew them up and stuff them and like I don't know, some creepy stuff like
Danny
that.
began saying that Rachel was an angel just like them, and that she has killed several sacrifices before she had a mental breakdown. He thought her Bible was responsible, but wondered how it changed her, so she told him that the Bible reminded her that she's a sinner, and thought she could only find peace when she was dead. Bent on keeping her alive, Danny
That's kind of a weird and creepy way to put it.
told Zack to abandon her, but he asked if everything she's ever said was a lie. Afraid of revealing the truth, she wondered if he would continue to be her god, but he told her that he could never become her god. At that moment, she realized she was about to lose him, and decided to threaten him with her gun, before firing a shot that grazed his shoulder. But as she hurried away, he followed her, hoping to calm her down. However, as he discovered the water was overflowing in the tub, he noticed the light switch, and was electrocuted at that instant. Even so, Rachel remained emotionless, and revealed her lighter before he could draw closer. The sight of it scared his useless face.
I'm just gonna know it. The person who made this video is a piece of shit for keep on shit talking him. But I'm gonna ignore it.
And Rachel realized he was still afraid of fire. Just then, he noticed the exposed gas, but she threw down the lighter, causing an explosion, before escaping into another room as Zack narrowly dodged a metal ball. So he broke the door, and wondered how long she intends to run around like they were playing hide and seek. As she threatened to kill him, he prepared to end her with his scythe, but she told him that her life was useless already, and said that he became her god when he agreed to kill her. In an instant, she fired at the window, and Zack realized she had vanished, but when he met her again, he wondered why she was running away, but Danny threatened to shoot his ugly empty head, so to finally
Why are you rephrasing what they said? None of them were insulting like this at all. Why the hell you keep on saying that Ray and Isaac is ugly and stuff, just like you call the other ones ugly? It's like, why?
kill him. Rachel aimed her gun at Zack and fired. However, the shot hit Danny instead, so she told him that he's been nothing but a useless nuisance, and that she intends to kill Zack herself. She was sick of his horrendous face, and told him that she could never stay with him because his body odor smells worse than the sewers.
She didn't say that, but that's kind of a funny way to put it.
Hearing those words, Danny's soul left his body, but Zack wondered if Rachel knew what she was even doing. She told him that she does, but pointed her
Imagine being able to build any.
Imagine saying this ad to me. Couldn't it ever be me?
her gun at him, telling him that she still has her death wish. None of this made sense to Zack, so he told her to shoot him. However, as she tried to squeeze the trigger, he swept her to the ground and stamped on her hand as the gun rolled off. But as he tried to kill her, she screamed at him to stop and began saying that she doesn't wish to be killed by him anymore, because he renounced himself as her god. Zack told her that he was never her god, but was the Reaper that would send her straight to the afterlife.
That's a pretty good way to say, bro. Isaac is Grim Reaper. That would be so hard title for him, the Grim Reaper. Like if that was his engine name, it would be going so hard, the Grim Reaper.
He told her to make her own decisions without depending on a god, and said that God was irrelevant in their promises. At that moment, she realized that Zack wasn't God after all, but he told her that it didn't matter who God was, as the only thing that mattered was the trust in the words they shared. So he asked her to swear her life to him, and that he would swear his life to her in return. As his words made her cry, she agreed to the vow. A few hours later, as he asked how they would find the exit, she told him that she has no clue, since she's never tried to escape from the building. Desperate to leave, Zack hacked the door, and they entered into a back room. However, they realized that the room was a dead end, so Rachel said that the exit was on the lower floors, seeing as no one ever rode the elevator above her floor. But when they arrived at the elevator, they discovered
Yeah, there's like a secret passageway they're gonna show you with that's in the church. It's gonna be a secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. I don't know what the hell I was doing there.
the power was out, so Rachel revealed that she could
Secret
turn it back on in
tunnel!
the basement. Hoping this would be her last time on this floor, she decided to go down on her own, and thought she could say goodbye to her haunted past. But as she arrived at the room, she realized that Gray was already inside. Afraid he intends to kill her, Rachel tried searching for her gun, but discovered that it was missing. So Gray told her that he has no intentions of killing her. His only desire was to ask her a question, and he wondered if she no longer considers Zack her god. She told him that she doesn't, but said that they already made a vow to each other, and that their vow was more important than who her god was. However, she said she has no desire to live, and that she has accepted herself for who she really is. For the final question, he asked her who she is, so she told him that she was the same person she's always been. Rachel Gardner, a person who murdered her own family and was never punished, and was not a tool for anyone. Gray thought she was still mysterious, and wondered how she's managed to live neither as an angel or as a witch.
Because she doesn't have to be either an angel or a witch. You stupid psychotic dumb bitch.
But she told him that it never mattered in the first place, and switched on the power. However, before leaving, she decided to ask where the exit was, so Gray told her to examine the stained glass inside the cathedral. As she was about to leave, she took one final look at the room, hoping to never return to the darkness that laid there. Before long, she returned to Zack and told him that she has discovered the exit, but decided to search for her gun first. However, when she arrived at the spot, she realized that the creepy doctor had somehow survived and even disappeared. Just then, she discovered that her gun has been destroyed, and Zack thought Danny may be spying from a corner, but they headed for the elevator. However, as Zack sensed a threat from the lift, he pushed her aside, but noticed body paint on the floor. As they arrived on the lower floor, Zack began
Body paint. Oh, just another word them saying blood. I was thinking blood. I'm like, don't they mean blood? Can they not say blood in this video? Like,
wondering
what?
where Danny was hiding, afraid he would attack them once they let their guard down. When they arrived at the stained glass, they managed to push away the organ. As they inspected the glass, they realized it could really lead to the exit, so Zack destroyed it with a single strike, revealing a long flight of steps, afraid it might be a
Like I said, secret tunnel, secret tunnel, secret tunnel, secret tunnel.
trap. Zack wondered if it would really lead them outside, so Rachel told him that Gray could have never told a lie since he was a priest. As they began climbing up, Rachel remembered that she was blindfolded when she was first led inside, and said that the steps would definitely lead them to the surface. But as they continued climbing, she got dizzy and nearly fell. However, when she recovered, Zack decided to hand her his knife for her own protection, saying that a dull, worn-out knife may not be useful, but it's better than nothing. As she stared
true.
at it, she thanked him, but at that moment, the emergency building detonation was activated, and they realized that
I don't know why Gray decided to destroy the building at this point. They didn't explain this in the anime. Maybe in the manga there might be an explanation, but they never explained it in the anime why he decided to just destroy the whole place.
their hopes of escaping was about to be ruined. Just then, fire burst from the lower floors, and Rachel realized the building was about to crumble, so they started running up the steps. But as they arrived at a gate, a rock nearly crushed Rachel, but Zack narrowly saved her. Desperate to escape, he began smacking the bars, but realized it was hopeless. At that moment, fire surrounded them, and the sight of the flames brought back Zack's traumatic memories as he began to lose his breath. As Rachel noticed him, she started knocking the bar, hoping she could bend it. However, he wondered what Rachel was doing and told her to step aside. Throughout all of his life, this was the moment where he regained control of his emotions. So he stared down at the bars and remembered the man who burned him alive, slashing everything down in his way. After apologizing, the man who burned him alive, slashing everything down.
I need to watch this show and watch this and sub, because like the voice actor for him and sub sounds pretty good, but there's so many iconic lines in the English dub though. Like the English dub voice actor did marvelous with Zack.
In his way. After apologizing for screaming, he told her to start running with him again. Eventually, as they came across more rubble, Zack began to destroy all of them with his scythe, and was happy that they were drawing closer to the exit.
Oh, did we just get another sub? Thank you so much for subscribing, Darla. Darla, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also hit the like button and share if you haven't yet.
Just
Thank you.
then, a huge rock
I really
walked
love
their
you. Thank you
path,
so much.
but Zack
I'm glad to
stared
see
in shock,
another
calling
Angels of
Rachel
Death
by a
fan.
nickname, Ray, and asking her if she would allow him to break through it. After she nodded back and told him to break it, he rushed forward and started hacking them with his scythe, breaking both the rock and his scythe at the same time. However, he told her to keep moving forward, but she told his scythe goodbye. As they continued their run, they eventually came across the door, but Zack noticed that Rachel was unwilling to leave. When he wondered why, she told him that she still desires to die, but asked him to want her in her death, because her only wish was to be desired. She said that it was
No, her only wish wasn't to be desired, it was to be killed. She didn't once mention in the anime that she wanted to be desired. Hey there's Solo of a Warrior, how you doing? Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you haven't yet. Chad, give me a second. I have a bot on my Twitch side. Give me 1 second. Ban. Boom. There you go. Hasta la vista, dickhead. Alright. There we go.
the only way she wouldn't
Yes,
feel
so hello.
lonely. So Zack reminded her that he gave her his knife, saying that he's never given anything to any other person in his life, and reminded her that he hates telling lies.
嘘が嫌い
Oh yeah, isn't this I think this is the only time Ray actually got hurt, and it was so sad because like it's more of a, it was the one was like, no, Ray, please stay alive, please. You're not supposed to die yet, please. You know what I'm saying?
ザック
If you're living with a
If AIDS? Oh, I thought they said ADC for a
As
sec.
he fell, he decided to reveal himself, saying that he was the one who activated the emergency system, and said that they would all soon be dead. So he fired at Zack to weaken his body, and told him that he was here to ruin their vow. He said he wouldn't allow him to rescue her, and would rather kill her to make him a liar. However, with her dying breath, Rachel apologized for failing to keep their vow, but when Zack told her that he hates lies, Danny shot him again. Even so, Zack kept begging Ray to wake up, telling her that he doesn't want to become a liar, but Danny thought it was extremely entertaining watching a monster
Oh yeah. I mean, technically he lied if she dies right there. Technically.
rendered powerless. However, Ray began saying that Zack wasn't a monster, or a tool, or even God, but that he was just a human. She repeated that he was a human, and that
Aww.
she forgives him for failing her, but her words angered Danny. And he began wondering why she wouldn't accept him as her god instead, since Zack has never given her anything.
Because
revealed that-
Danny, let me tell you this one thing, Danny. Danny boy. You are a creep.
She has never wanted to be given anything, but that throughout her entire life, she'd only desired to be wanted for just a moment, and to be wanted, even in death. After she made that promise with Zack and started heading towards the surface with him, she realized
Now I'm
that
wondering, since they were watching the sub version, I wonder if all these insults there's saying about all these characters were said in the sub version, not the dub. I don't know.
it's all she'd ever wanted. But Zack wondered how she was happy if her promise was now taken away from her. But she told Zack that he didn't take it away, because it doesn't matter whether a vow was fulfilled or not, as it was made between the two of them. So she
True.
began crying, promising to take their vow with her. She told him not to call himself a liar, because it was okay if their promise couldn't be fulfilled. After hearing those words, Danny realized his plan wasn't working out as he hoped, and began crying because no one wanted him, so he decided to shoot her again. As Zack stared at her lifeless body and tried calling out for her, flames surrounded them, and Danny was ready to eliminate Zack, but before he could fire the bullet, Gray shot an arrow into his body.
This is remember earlier when I said I was him saving Zack was the second best thing he ever done in anime. This is the first one. This is literally Gray's redemption arc. Well, even though it's extremely tiny arc, it's his redemption arc.
Telling him to rest in peace. However, Danny pulled out the arrow and tried to shoot
Now rest in peace, rest in piss, you fucking bitch.
Zack again, but Gray fired another arrow at him and told Zack to escape with Rachel, saying that there was still a chance of her being saved if he escaped right now. So he decided to carry her and began heading for the exit, but as Danny was about to shoot him again, Gray fired another arrow at Danny, allowing him to escape.
Yeah!
With Zack gone, Danny began wondering if killing
It's a really good anime, but why is that AI voice explaining it so badly? Dude! No. I totally agree. Dude, I love this anime too. And that's why I want to link in description and stuff. I may not have been like ooh ahs and like pausing every 5 minutes and stuff for this video, but I was just like watching the recap and stuff because I haven't seen a recap of this anime. But let me say this: I don't know if this person actually watched the anime. The person who made this, who's using it for an AI voice. I don't know why, cause like I can understand they kept on shit talking. Danny, the doctor there, Eddie, what the female name it was called? A female girl was called again. I forgot what her name was. And they were shit talking Gray, but those are characters I understand because I don't really care that deeply about them. Maybe not really Danny. Like I kind of wish they didn't shit talk that much about Danny. But anyways, they also shit talk Ray and Isaac in this anime, and I'm like. I constantly call them ugly or worthless or stupid and stuff. And I'm like, why are you throwing shit at the main characters, you dipshit? He should have watched it. It's so good, actually. I'm gonna link this video in the description afterwards, and also probably the live chat too. So if you want to watch it, you can go watch it. But like, honestly, the recap isn't bad. Just whenever they try to recap on what they said to each other, sometimes they're accurate, sometimes they're exaggerated, sometimes they're fully off. Cause sometimes they said like, oh, this character said like, oh, this you must be a very dumb bitch. I'm like, and I'm over here like, all right, maybe for exaggeration, sure, but that's not actually what they said. I know I've watched the anime so many times. I know. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Terrible decision after all, and revealed that his desire was to eliminate everyone who violates the rules of the building.
It's not really horrible, but just whenever it gets to the part where they're in the whole tower area, I actually don't even know what you would call it, the basement area where these all this setup comes from. But like when it talks about the story of Isaac and Ray is fine. But one thing I don't understand is that let me tell you something they did earlier. They kept calling Isaac like the orphanage he was in. He was calling them like cannibals, and how they forced him to also eat people and stuff. And I told the live stream, just to let you know, that's not true. There was no cannibalism in the show. I don't know why they lied about that. Because there's 100% lie about his orphan parents are cannibals, and he was being forced to eat people too. That's a lie. They didn't eat people at all.
He thought his duty was to punish them for their sins, and told Gray that Zack was the worst sinner of them all. However, Gray told him that Zack was a special tool, but that he already lost the wings that made him an angel. He said that Zack's original desire was to kill everyone with his scythe, but that he changed when he started using his scythe to save someone instead, causing him to lose his rank as an angel. This was the reason his blade broke, but the one who showed him all of this was Rachel, and realized that she was not the witch he thought she was. Gray went
Nope, not at all. Exactly, I agree.
He was the devil after all, because it was only him who tried to steal Zack's humanity away, and force all of them to become angels of death. So in order to atone
Oh yeah, because the enemy. Oh yeah, actually they're all technically angels of death. I don't know. This anime is good with philosophy, but also it can make you question the characters
for his own sins, he decided to allow them to leave, as his experiments were over now, and that his role as God has ended. When Danny wondered where this was going, Gray revealed that Danny had been trying to become Rachel's God this entire time. After all, he wanted to give her a...
I'm just gonna say this right here and now. Nobody should become anyone's god. It's creepy as all hell. I personally don't think humans need a god. That's what I just personally think. Though, we could need some gods to help you and stuff. But honestly, I haven't heard really a full-on story when a god was actually very helpful to people. Except if the story was fictional. If it was a truthful story and stuff, yes. But most likely, any story that lied about a god existing says like, oh, this god is so good or so amazing to you. No, there's no pure god. Or at least I haven't seen one. And maybe you should try to explain it by yourself. You can actually bring some emotion and promote it better. Maybe I can definitely do that in the future. Yeah, I can definitely do that in the future, but I feel like that'll be. I would need to write a whole script. I will have to literally rewatch the anime and write out a whole script to describe the anime to recap it. But that also would take me quite a bit of time. So, sure, but I won't be able to do it anytime soon.
Soul rather than stealing hers away, but told him that he was never a god and could never become one. However, Danny said
But that's a good idea. Thanks for the video idea.
that it was everything
Or
he
a live
could
stream
have
idea, I
ever
don't
dreamed
know.
of, because
But
when he saw
it
her
will take so much
lifeless
time. I
eyes,
probably
he
won't be
wanted
able to
love
do
her
it
for
anytime soon.
eternity,
But I'll have
and that
it
she
on the
was
list.
The only thing that gave meaning to his life. Hearing his confession, Gray realized that Danny was offering his love, hoping for it to be returned. But he broke the news to the Redditor, saying that they're both mere humans after all to be returned. But he broke the news to the Redditor.
Wait, broke the news to the Redditor. Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
Saying that they're both mere humans.
I'm not gonna lie. This recap wasn't fully inaccurate, but I feel like it was more parody than actual This is a code at the. I think you can see on both the shorts and the horizontal. It says anime recap documentary at the very end of the title. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is more anime parody documentary. I mean, anime parody recap documentary more than just a recap documentary, because it doesn't. If it was true, for a recap documentary, I would be able to tell you that all this is 100% facts. They recapped as well. I can't say that. I cannot say that. It was they did more parody than actually tell you the story.
Humans after all. In fact, all of them were human, and it's humans who create God.
I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck, and keep going, man. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you haven't yet. And I really appreciate you. Much love to you.
As well as angels and people. And it was the same people who destroyed all of that and created evil and the devils. In that moment, Danny, same people, and it's humans who create God, as well as angels and people.
I don't know how many times we had to have that story, which this is so true. People don't understand this. I know exactly where a god or gods were made. They were all made by us. By the same people, like humans made religion. Therefore, they made gods. Therefore, they made devils and stuff. And like, I honestly, personally think that the only way that demons and angels exist is by like a JJK version, where basically they are made from our energy that combined together and made a being and stuff. Like from collective energy and stuff, like positive and negative energy. But other than that, I don't really think that, like, if I fully think this. If there's a god, there are gods, because if you can rationalize a god existing, you can rationalize multiple gods existing. But if you want to say there's only one god, then you're basically saying that there's no way that multiple gods can exist, and there's literally no proof. Because let me tell you, I don't really get that deep, but let me tell you this, chat. I told this one time to someone at a I told this one time to a stranger and stuff. To a Christian and stuff, and they took this pretty well, more than I thought. Have you watched The Blue Exorcist? It's so fire. I need to rewatch the first season, because I tried to watch the second season, I was so lost. So I need to rewatch the first season just to understand the second season. But let me see this, chat. Let me see something that's probably jaw dropping to you. For those of you who believe in a god, that's fine. But it makes no sense to say there's only one God, because you have the exact amount of proof of one God existing that someone can have proof of another God existing. And I actually don't know why why the Greek gods are called myths, because literally you can prove the Greek gods exist as much as you can prove any other god exists. Prove me wrong. Try to prove me wrong. Greek gods have the stories. They have possible religion. They have things of worship, and everything you had to do with the god. No god is real. No god is fake. If you want to put it like that, okay? If you want to call one god real, you can't call the Greek gods fake, because there's no proof other than you just believing that the other ones are fake. There's no proof. Oh yeah, per JK.
And it was the same people who destroyed all of that and created evil and the devils. In that moment, Danny wondered what who destroyed all of that and created evil and the devils. In
Yeah.
that moment, Danny wondered what Gray has learned through all of this, but Gray revealed that he hasn't learned anything. He has
I love how basically Mass Majority this was like part of real recap, but mostly parody, and then literally at the end here, they slap it with the with this recap, saying they do this whole philosophy thing. I'm gonna be honest. This part only, this whole philosophical thing apart really only exists in this video. They don't actually really have this chat type of topic in the anime, or at least if they did, I would remember. They honestly, they either have something similar to it or don't have this type of conversation. I don't know why they're inserting this here.
always known that humans were ugly, blind in their devotion, yet so beautiful. He
Okay, they do talk about that part.
told Danny that he felt the same of him and apologized for having only realized it now. At that moment, the windows exploded and the roof crumbled on them, but Danny thought he was seeing his mother in
Same old phone?
Same old phone. Oh, actually, give me that Galaxy phone. Give me it now. Give me it now. I want it. Sorry, that Galaxy phone seems fire, and I want it.
his final moments. Meanwhile, Zach was heading towards the exit, hoping Rachel would survive. As he kicked the door open, he noticed several people across the street and began begging her to wake up, nearly crying when her eyes wouldn't open.
Sue me.
Just then, the police
Sue me.
arrived and screamed at him to release her, thinking he was a criminal taking the girl away. Realizing
No, that's not what they actually said. I don't know why you're wording it like that. They just told him to put her down. They didn't assume he was a criminal. They knew what type of person he was. They knew that he was a criminal. They didn't think it. They knew it. They honestly recognized him because he became very famous as a killer. So they didn't like, oh, put it down. You must be a criminal. No, they knew he was a criminal. They were just telling him to put the girl down, so then he could, and then also so he can get arrested. I don't know why they lied about that.
he couldn't possibly escape, Zach tried reminding Rachel about his promise and that he would return for her. As he let out those words, he decided to surrender, so he began walking towards the cops until they pinned him to the ground like a shit-faced criminal. But on that night,
They pin him down like that because that's what cops usually do, dumbass. Now, okay, that's definitely a parody or exaggeration and like a shit-faced criminal. But no, cops do that to literally anyone who shows like they're resisting, or to make sure if they know it's a very bad criminal. They're doing that just to make sure they can lock them up and stuff, because they know they probably there's a chance of them resisting. This has nothing to do with whatever they just said.
birds began flying away freely. A few weeks later, all the newspaper were filled with mysteries regarding the experimentation facility, and detectives were investigating the scene. The news stations had found the background of Rachel's family as she was having therapy sessions at a special facility. On the news, a detective revealed that Zach admitted to all of his crimes, saying that he never lies. But when the news anchor asked him if Zach knew the girl, the detective revealed that Zach claimed he never knew her. What
That's a lie. No. Don't listen to that part of the recap. Don't. They're blatantly lying there, because you could tell by the recap that they're lying. And when they said that, oh, he missed that he doesn't like liars and he wouldn't ever tell a lie, then he's like, oh, he doesn't even know who Rachel is, which would be a lie. Dude, why are you lying in this recap about that? Your whole thing is that you're a recap documentary. Even though that's not a crucial part of the anime, why are you lying about it? He just said, he doesn't say much about it. He just asked for an update about Rachel and stuff. He mentions like, oh, he just like this criminal, just so concerned about this character. I mean, about this girl and stuff. He didn't say like, oh, I don't know about the girl. That's a lie. He did know about it. He didn't say he didn't know.
none of the
Why did you
news,
lie
however, was
in
that
this video?
was the first time he lied in his life. At the
That's a lie. He didn't ever lie in the anime. Stop. Ooh. You probably can tell I definitely watched this anime more than once. Ooh, it's annoying me. Why are you lying? That's not what happened in anime. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. This is not a recap documentary at least in that point I can confirm this is not a recap documentary because you're lying. Zach, aka Isaac Forza, didn't ever lie in the anime. And you say like, oh, that's the first time he ever lied in the anime. No. He never lied. I don't know why you're lying. You're lying about that. You're lying about the character.
Same time, another
Hey there, No Six. Always make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you haven't yet.
news anchor in
Spirit Take a chill pill. Dude, this is one of my favorite animes, and the fact they're lying about some parts of they've been shit talking my favorite character throughout this whole anime. I mean throughout this whole recap when they don't need to do that at all for a recap. And they also lied about Zach having to do cannibalism, which he didn't ever have to do. And then at the end, they're lying about he said his first ever lie. He didn't ever lie, jackass.
interviewed Rachel's psychiatrist, and the doctor revealed that Rachel had been wanting to know about the killer every single day. However, the doctor thought it was best to keep her away from finding out the truth, so she never brought him up ever again. As the weeks kept passing away from finding out the killer every single day. However, and the doctor revealed that Rachel had been wanting to know about the killer every single day. However, the doctor thought it was best to keep her away from finding out the truth, so she never brought him up ever again.
That part's actually partially true. Ankh is yapping too. Bruh, shut
The
your
weeks
dummy
kept
butt,
passing.
a dummy
The
booty
therapist
up.
continued trying to counsel her, but the only thing she could think about was if Zach was okay. All the days began bleeding into one another, but on one of those days, the therapist arrived in her room, wondering if she was starting to recover from the trauma. Rachel told her that she was, but knew that nothing had changed, so the therapist suggested they take a walk. As they walked through the garden, Rachel remained sad as always, but when the therapist left her alone, she sat peacefully on a bench until she got up and started walking away. Just then, she heard the sound of the news, but the radio went off instantly. The following night, after another therapy session, Rachel noticed the moon outside and thought
Redeem mode. Hopefully
it
that
looks
works.
exactly like the fake
I keep forgetting to check on Streamlabs to make sure that works. Or maybe you should go to the horizontal side to make sure it works. Because a lot of these times, if it doesn't work on the short side, it definitely work on the horizontal side. Just so you know that. By the way, never mind. You crashed out on Flag Wars, a chill stream. Okay, that's a fair point to say about earlier, but to be honest with you, we were dealing I was dealing with a lot of dying multiple times because I was on a team filled with people who weren't as skilled as me. So I felt like I was being dragged down and I was getting killed so many more times, like around the same amount of times I killed people. So do you blame me? I got killed consistently. Every time I lit the base, I got killed. It's almost like spawn capping. Do you blame me for raging?
moon on the windows.
Yes, it was supposed to be just a chill, just a chill game. Just say they're a newsman. Yeah, fair enough. Bro, rage quit while gooning.
Of the building, as the ugly
Wait,
therapist
gooning to what? Not this anime. Hopefully you're not seeing to this anime. There's no. The only character I think I will goon to in this anime is Isaac Foster, but I don't know how. Wait, how old is he? How old is the Angels of Death characters? Rachel, exactly. Okay, this is proves my point. If anyone's looking up any Rule 34 on Rachel, you're a pedophile. Isaac is presumed to be around. Yeah, I would assume that he's above 18. He does give me that energy. I'm just gonna let you guys know. I don't know if there's any confirmed ages in this anime because they don't really tell you what their ages are. Presumed Edward Mason Eddie is estimated to be around 12 to 13 years old. Yep. I'm actually 100% sure that the Danny the female and Gray, the priest, is basically an adult. I'm pretty sure.
thought she was truly recovering. She decided to
To
tell
Yaoi?
her that
Hey,
Zach was
yo.
sentenced to death for his
For real,
crimes, thinking it would make her feel better. So Rachel pretended as if that news made her feel better and went to her room. That night, she could never bring herself to fall asleep, just like every night she was there, but there was nothing left for her to do except to close her eyes.
Why did you edit that in the video? There wasn't a scream right there in the anime. At this point, I'm just understanding that I feel like they faked a lot of this video just for views and stuff.
ザック、どうして？
ああ、何がだよ。
だって刑務所にいるんじゃ。
なもん出てきてやったに決まってんだろ。
まだ私のこと殺したいって思ってくれてる。
And this is how we do our little ending with our two lovers. I mean, victim and killer. Why you go to NSW bots? I don't go into them. I just use them like I use Haname and Peacorn. That's all I do with it. And also, why do you care? That's kind of weird. Why do you care on what I use to entertain myself? I can at least confirm it's nothing illegal I'm looking at. So I don't know why the hell you that you asking that.
買ったもの。ザックと私、二人で作ったもの。
ああ、帰れ。
Hot take. This is the first time I'm seeing this in Subversion, and I honestly gotta say the dub is better. The dub brings this out better than this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is good. This is pretty good to bring out it, but I feel like the dub brings out the emotion and the scenery better. So I see why a lot of the clips on the internet for the moments of this anime are a lot of it is in just dub, because like this one moment is special, it's nice and stuff, but I gotta say the dub version is better, or at least slightly better than this. At least it's not like other. Hold up, let me refresh the chat so I can read that properly. Other people who watch I really wish that Lolly was banned in every country. I'm gonna say this. The only Lolly I think is okay is when when it's like, you know, when they're not sexualized whatsoever, and you know, no one tries to kiss them or you just treat them like every average character and stuff. If a lot of characters weren't sexualized, I'd be fine with it. But any sexualization to a lot of characters, go to jail, god damn it. Like literally, you're a creep.
ねえザック、私を
Or even better than jail, just die.
殺して。
Or go to psych ward and you know, so they can help you not think that way, which probably is better than jail or death for that cause. Just get mental help because you're mentally fucked.
だったら泣いてねえで笑えよ。
The author has stated that Bozak and Rachel survived and that they managed to escape the police. No! What? Okay, I need to double check this. I'm pretty sure that's a lie. I'm pretty sure Zach killed Rachel. If you if you would like to learn why Zach didn't kill Rachel, please read the pin comment. I'm honestly, I'm pretty sure you're lying. Security has never stopped destroying me until now. Spoilers ahead. I promise I didn't research and study all of this because I was copying to the max. Definitely not. As the video stated in an interview with the author, he said that Bozak and Rachel survived. It's also important to say that this show is also based on a novel and a Steam game by the same name. There are many theories about what really happened in the ending, and so let's begin by explaining the last scene in the show. No, this can't be true. Did Zack kill Rachel and Angels of Death? This can't be true. No, Zack does not kill Rachel and Angel of Death. The series finale shows them escaping the building together with Zack breaking through the window and leaving a blood trail from his own injuries, not Rachel's. Their final scene together suggests they both survived the ordeal. No, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. Last scene in Angels of Death and dubbed.
Why, I'm going to tell you something that you really aren't supposed to know about. Perhaps it'll ease your mind.
Nothing left for me to do but close my...
Who the wants to go to literature? I don't know. Pedos, I gotta say. Do Blue Exorcist recap next? I want to first. I would. I mean, sure, but I would need to binge watch like the anime or something just to do that. Like for that, or I need to find one that just explains about the first season. But I barely remember the first season. I gotta rewatch the anime first, dude, to even confirm it. Or do you want me to watch the recap without rewatching the anime just to confirm everything I see in the video?
Face yours.
Zack, how?
How? Change my plans.
But Zack, when I last saw you, I said that I would carry our vow.
Yeah.
Know me or not.
What do you think? You know me. When I want hurry, though. I don't have a lot of time here.
Why is this person skipping a lot of this?
No matter what gets in our way.
Hell yeah! So, are you ready?
Yes. It's time now. So if you would kill me, please.
That's what you want. Stop crying and smile.
See, I don't know why the hell is being claimed that that literally that Zack doesn't kill her. It's really emphasizing at the fucking end of the anime that she does die. And let me say this: if she doesn't die by Zack by the end of the anime, if that is true that she for some reason doesn't die, that makes no sense and ruins the whole part of the damn anime. That ruins the whole point of why they were trying to lead the whole place. That ruins every bit of the lore. And she doesn't die by him. It ruins the story. It basically, that ending is, no. Crash of Spirit, I need clips, but I gotta say this. If she doesn't actually die by, Zack in the anime, it ruins the story, because then you went back on everything you built on. And what's the point in that? That's terrible storytelling. No. I don't give a shit if it's actually official that he doesn't actually kill at the end. Don't care. What the hell? That's not canon. It's canon that that he kills her. That's canon. Shut up. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. The end. Wow, oh, shite. That thumbnail is really suggestive. Okay. On that, guys, if you want to see more of me watching recaps or any reacting to any type of anime type of content on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and share to this YouTube channel. And yeah, it's free, only takes a few seconds, and it helps me out on grow this channel. And also, if you drop a comment right now, I mean literally right now, any other anime recaps you would like me to see, or maybe I could see some anime parodies you would like me to see, or bados, or brata, let me know in the comments section down below. If you don't drop a comment, I will not know, and you will not ever see me reacting to something you want me to react to. Other than that, much love to you guys, and much love to you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. T2IO. こんばんは、and てらっしゃい。